Okay, so my boyfriend and I have sex once a month. It's not like I don't like sex, but I don't want our relationship to be centered around sex every time we meet. I'm sorry, I love him very much, so I need to set standards for him to see value in me. But deep down, I crave sex every day. Recently, I've been seeing this guy. I don't love him. I don't see my future with him, so I feel comfortable having sex with him every day. I don't mind if he sees me as a whore. I'm just using him to satisfy my urge. So she apparently he doesn't view her how she views herself. Um, and her thing is, okay, well, I don't feel, intimately connected where she wants to have sex with him as often as he wants to have sex with her. So, and she feels like until you respect me the way I want to be respected, then we can't have sex every day. She's rationing it out. But she loves sex and she loves sex with this other guy, and she could care less how he sees her. But I was like, okay, well, what's the, not that it's wrong or that it's right, rather. I just want to know why is she rationing off her love from him. What did he do there, as far as the respect? I know I just go deeper into what
And
was.
it's like, why does it have to be something that he did? Why can't she just be going through something?
Well, that too. I mean, it could
I'm just,
be.
I'm just saying.
I just put it out there to draw a conversation, and
And you did.
right. And Daryl is always like, "Well, why does it have to be him?" And I'm like, I'm not saying it's him.
I'm saying,
But you just said, what did he do?
Well, my thing is, whenever when someone does something, is usually because of you got us live.
I do.
Oh,
Because
okay.
it was time for us to go live. And I said, let's go ahead and go live as we starting in this conversation.
Okay. Well,
and now we got the muscles in the room
Baby.
on this live situation. Daryl, we talking about the post. We ain't even do introductions yet. We came in talking about what was happening in the group, giving people a taste of the spice of
our conversation
and her post.
Of dishonesty in relationship.
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
I just
we
was mental health.
Big more.
That was mental health.
Of the woman who's having sex with this other guy, but not her boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And she's rationing it out once a month.
Once a month.
Once a month for him, but the other one gets it as, I guess,
every day. She said
she rationed out like once a month, like you get paid once a month.
Maybe he's not doing
his no checks.
Listen. It had nothing to do with him. She made a decision based off of whatever she however she got to that conclusion where he was a good guy. She wanted to set standards for him, and she wanted to live her life with him. So she wanted him to do, she wanted it to go a certain way, but she wanted to be a freak with the next dude. Ain't got nothing to do with him. April.
I was. It does have something to do with him because crazy. If he was doing it right, she wouldn't be having sex with the other guy every
Wait a
other
minute, time
day.
out. No, how you gonna do it right? How you gonna do it right? Yeah, how you gonna do it right when he only got it one day a month? Like, what are you talking about?
Right.
But it's dishonesty in the fact that she won't even share what it is that she really wants somebody to do to her.
That's it. That's it right there. Because she wants her boyfriend to see her as this person she's really not.
Honesty in the fact that she won't even share what it is that she really wants somebody to do. Okay, so somebody got their device on with the sound.
Wait a minute. Who invited Ruth? Wait a minute.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Okay, so you have to turn whatever other device you have on, you have to turn it off.
Who invited Ruth?
Yes.
Excuse me. Can you hear me
this time?
In the background.
Either.
Yeah, it's Ruth. She the new visitor in the background. That's why I put her on mute. You on mute, Ruth, right now.
Hello? Now can you hear me?
We get everything. We get everything. No, don't hide. Don't
So
hide.
wait. Pause. We got to turn whatever outside device we have because we have an
What do I
echo.
do?
Now, can you hear me?
No, I hear a lot of echo. I don't hear it.
So do I. Somebody else has something on.
We got to turn whatever outside device we have because we have an echo.
What do I do?
Could it be the phone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Look,
This is how we welcome Ruth to the party.
there we go.
Is that better?
All right.
Oh, somebody
All right.
got
So we'll let Ruth respond to Daryl's who invited Ruth.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Is there still an echo?
There we go.
Is that
I
better?
don't think so.
Yay! So I was invited.
We'll let Ruth respond to Daryl.
We still have an echo.
We do.
Yeah, it's still there. So sometimes I think when people come
I
on,
have an echo.
it keeps replaying. It keeps replaying like in a loop.
I don't think so.
Yeah, everybody go mute.
It's not me.
It wasn't me. It sounded like it was Ruth because I did her before everybody else.
Not me either.
It's Ruth.
Okay, so we was having a conversation that we just jumped in and got started
I know.
about these dishonest relationships and so forth. But while Ruth, let me see if she got permission. Let me see how is that. You got permission to play?
No.
It's no echo.
Can't do it. I don't know.
Yeah, sounds
for it.
okay now.
But while Ruth, let me see if she got.
Is that better?
It just started again. Permission to play. It's no echo.
Tell her
Hey.
to come out and then come back in again. Go out and
No,
then
no.
come back.
Tell her to come back in the green room.
Listen, Daryl, don't be a hater.
Daryl is hating already.
No, Daryl, we still have on the same color. I don't understand.
Come back in again.
Okay.
Go out and then
Okay.
I can go flesh color.
So stop the
No.
meeting.
It's too early for that. It's too early for that.
I mean, I'm just saying I can change colors real quick. Go with that flesh.
So Ruth, okay, she going back out. How about we start here? Good evening, Sip and Chat Relationship Flow, folks. How y'all rolling tonight? I see we got people checking in with the Grandma, yay. And we got the DMV family checking in. I hope DC is safe these days.
Yeah.
Down there, you know, for you, Tanya. Doc, what you sipping on?
I'm sipping on a red blend tonight.
Okay.
Since I was drinking water the last couple shows, I'm doing a little something different tonight.
Okay. I actually joining you because you know I know how April was playing tonight. It started being innocent pink lemonade because I had to hang out with my queen teens tonight. And then of course when I change over roles, change hats, and put some 18 up in that joint.
Okay.
So let's see. April, what you got? You drinking some Zen?
No, actually, I switched up because you talked about me so bad.
I wasn't the only one.
Yeah, you and Net. So I went back to my green cup.
Green cup.
Even though Daryl is probably having some daggone, I don't know, iced tea or something. Green tea. I'm sorry.
Out the jug. Out the jug. Is it out the jug, Daryl?
Listen, as long as April got the green cup, we're gonna be all right tonight.
Whatever.
Oh, no vodka, you're saying.
And Camp, how you living?
Right now I don't have anything in my hand, but I'm doing grapefruit juice with. I'm gonna tip some 1800 in it.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, glistening Daryl, don't give me that look.
Listen, you were doing so well
tonight.
Hey, listen, I just got done working out. Can't help it.
No, that's fine. I like the glistening look. It's just the beanie throws it off a little bit. But it's
glisten all over.
The glistening look.
Glistening all over your ball.
Like you from Philly or something, or I don't know.
That's an old head style.
That's an old hairstyle right there.
Mm-hmm.
And he ain't even that old.
I thought you was gonna rock your locks, but no problem.
They braided back. I mean, Can't really
He
see
ain't
him.
ready to come out the head yet.
I mean, he braided back. I mean, you can't really see him, so it doesn't make a difference. So he could all braid it.
It makes a difference, but
It does.
Hey, I'm just saying.
That about a half hour, my shirt, everything will come off. Okay, tune in.
Oh, I guess we're gonna be honest tonight, huh?
Yes. Take it off. No.
Oh Lord.
Oh boy, we got a guest this evening too, who
I don't have
usually
any
rocks
quarters.
it out with us. Let's see if her sound is working. Hey, Miss Ruth,
Hi, can you hear me?
you sound wonderful now.
Hi,
Yes.
Ruth. Hi.
Hello, everybody. Thanks, honey.
Hey,
My honey saved the day. He helped me out.
Awesome.
Tanya.
Right.
My honey
We didn't-
saved the day.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
How's everybody?
We good. We
Good.
good.
And
So-
excuse me, Daryl, I was invited. Thank you.
I said, who invited you? I didn't
Doc
know. I didn't
invited
get the memo.
my longtime friend Doc.
We'll talk after the show about these invites.
Listen, girl. Don't
we had a meeting. I got a text message and we agreed. We touched and agreed. We was like,
That's
she
right.
brought up the topic.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that okay, Daryl?
You know
No.
you're well
No.
outnumbered, Daryl.
No,
No.
I know. No, it's not okay.
Okay, okay, let's get Daryl is outnumbered, but he's not by
Outnumbered.
himself.
You said what?
Daryl is
I got
outnumbered,
my,
but he's not
I
by
bring my
himself.
friends with me. I'm
He's
good.
always by himself.
I got my friends with me. I brought my
Yeah,
friends along. We
Okay,
good.
then I'll leave.
You ain't gotta leave. You ain't
No.
gotta leave. You perfectly fine. Just
No,
wait
I'm
till you
scared. I'm scared of his friends. I have to go.
Yeah, I got my friends with me. My friends came. I brought my friends.
I got my friend too.
when you get to the other side into the green room, you'll find all about them friends. They switch up.
So, Tanya said, "What is this rated tonight? Is this rated R?"
Yes. Every night it's gonna be
Maybe.
ready.
Is it?
You don't know where it's gonna go. We don't know
I
where
don't
it's
know.
gonna go.
We're gonna have to test it out and see, Tanya. We don't really know. And Miss Ruth was invited because she was like, why don't y'all talk about this right here?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all being honest in your relationships or not to be honest
Yes,
in your
let's talk
relationship?
about it. Yes.
And Miss Ruth, I don't know if we came in
Mhm.
live talking. And I think you was on that post too where they was where the girl wanted to what did she say? She wanted to only have sex with her boyfriend once a month, but then this other dude she wanted to bang him down.
Yes,
So
I
we
didn't
said,
understand
well,
that.
let's start with the deception.
I didn't understand that because on one hand you're saying you want to be respected, and on the other hand you're saying you want to be disrespected and do what you want to do. So I didn't quite understand that.
Right.
So I don't know if she said disrespected, but I think she just had two different lives, right? She in this life that she wants to pursue for a long term. She's like, I want to set it up in a certain way. I want to have these rules and regulations. But on the outside with these other dudes, I just want to let them do whatever, right? So I think she has maybe some DID going on there. Maybe she has,
You didn't diagnose the lady.
listen, I'm saying maybe because
I was like DID. Wait a second, my cup don't do DID. Wait a minute. Oh,
there's definitely a two distinct personalities she has, right? There's definitely it may not be all the way, but for whatever reason she has that a mentality where she wants her man, her husband, her future, whatever, to treat it her in a relationship a certain way, and she wants to be able to do whatever else outside of that. I guess the question I would ask her is, say she gets closer with her boyfriend and they do get married, what happens? Does she cut everything else off? Is this something just to get her through? Like, what happens next? That would be my real question to her. If you guys get married, then do you still run the streets, or does your boyfriend become that person now? That would be the question.
I was saying that I've seen this, but more so from the other side, where men will treat their woman, like the woman that they hold on the pedestal, a certain way and won't do certain things with her, like certain sexual things. But then they'll sleep with someone else and do all kinds of crazy stuff to that. So I've seen it the other way, and it's like holding an image of someone. You want them. either see you a certain way or you want to be able to see them a certain way. And doing certain things kind of destroys that image for you. But it's clearly a big deception in the relationship.
Correct, though.
So, it's a deception in a relationship as far as because you're doing things outside the relationship that you're not telling the one partner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you're saying you like to do these things, but you can't tell your partner that you like to do these things.
Right.
Well, is that what she's saying? She said she can't do them right now. She said I can't do them right now because I want to set up these rules and regulations.
She wants him to value her a certain way.
Yes.
But I don't know how much he's gonna value when you ration it out once a month. You might as well not do it at all.
Because what's gonna happen when he finds out that he's on the ration side of things?
Yes.
Right.
That's the problem.
One deception because you wasn't being honest that you needed to step out to get your itch done. And then the other deception is you not being truthful with what your true fantasy is with your supposed life partner.
No, see, again, I don't agree with that. I don't think she's not being truthful with him because I think he can get to that point. Once she gets the relationship where she wants it, I think she can now do those things with him, right? But she doesn't want to be that way off the bat. She don't want him to feel that way. She said, I have rules and regulations for my relationship with him. You know, so as we grow, I think they grow and she'll be more of that person. I don't think she's not doing it with him because it's a problem. I think she just wants to say, you know, when they finally do it, you know, well, you waited and now we can do this. We moved in, I guess, levels or steps that she feels that she needs to do.
But you can stretch the coochie cool with some random and not your partner. It's weird.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I don't know.
Well, again, that's that same mindset where people think they're a virgin because they didn't give up the front, but they give everything else up, right? It's just your mindset on things, right? Her mindset is like, you know what? I'm going to make this relationship work because I'm not going to do the things I did with other people with him.
Okay.
So I think once they get to the point, like in a year and they got closer, I think she can. It's not that she won't let her freak flag fly with him. She's like, I don't want to let it fly too fast, right? I want to act like
I like the freak flag fly. Okay.
Yeah, she's slowing it. She's saying she's doing this relationship.
Right.
but she said, I love him very much, so I need to set standards for him to see value in me.
Yes. So she don't want to look like a jump off to him. She don't want him to think she's like every other girl. Just like, I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna be different with him. I don't know the time. I get what she's saying.
Oh, okay.
With a random and come back and you only give him once a month. Men do notice that.
Listen, but remember, this is where
it ain't
kind of
tight.
able. Well, stop. We don't know if it's not tight or not. We don't know. We don't know, right? We don't know. Let's not begrudge her coochie. But April is kind of right where the man is kind of accepting this.
Tanya, it's the no kids zone.
April was kind of right where it does take two people. So he's accepted this challenge to say, you know what? I'm willing to wait for you. We have maybe once a month. Again, I know a guy going through something like this right now. I don't know if the girl's messing with somebody else, but he's only getting it like once a month and only seeing her very sparingly because she's like, you know what? I have what I want, and there's only, you know, I want to be married and do this first, so we only see each other once every now and then. We can do whatever. So he's like, okay, she's a good girl. I like her. She, you know, she has a lot of things I want. So he's trying to push through it, right? He's trying to fight and do what she wants. So even in this case, the guy is accepting that once a month, right? So he's making it possible for her to do.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So that's supposed to get you married?
Again, so it can, because everybody's impressed on sex, right? That ain't everybody's thing. Everybody's not like, I need to have to do all the time. There's other things we do. So he might like her conversation. He might like her drive. He might like a lot of other things. And that may, so see, like, you know what, this sex, all right, once a month, it's cool. I'll do other things until we get married. I understand why she's doing it. Yeah, she's like, well, I'll wait till we get married. Okay, I get it. So at least I'm getting it once a month now. So when I'm married, I get it all the time. Mm-hmm. So his mind, he could be, you know, say, okay, I see the plan. And I'm gonna follow it. I'm gonna go through with it. You know what I mean? So she's doing this with his help. So April is kind of right. He's part of the, what'd you say, the
part of the problem.
Two things come together. Two things come together and make an explosion. He's one of the parts and something. Whatever you said in the chat, I can't remember. But boom, he's accepting
But
this,
she,
you know.
but
So
she exploding with the dude every night though. The other dude.
Yeah,
and she explode him once a month too. So that once a month must feel great. He's like, woo! I couldn't. Whoa!
I'm
I was
sure
waiting.
he is.
Yeah, he's like, woo! That 30 days was tough. This 31, I can't make it.
Oh, okay. 30 days was tough, and I was able to release in that one day.
Yeah, like that's like a. Yeah, I've been starving. I've been starving all week.
Biblical. If we're gonna go, I mean, if we're gonna go there, that's not even biblical for no once a month blast
Wait a
off.
minute. Time out. It's not biblical at all, but people use the Bible any way they want to. The way you use it and the way.
Right, but no, scripture says every 3 days. Like, you know, you're supposed to bust that off every 3 days.
I didn't see that part.
I missed that scripture.
Exactly, I'm sure you did.
Yeah, where am I one at?
It was in the Bible school that I went to.
Does that have an age limit on it or something?
It don't. Mm-mm.
No.
Serve it up 3 days.
Plus, can we get 5 days or something?
And to leave
Listen.
what Mary said,
What kind of
talks about not
Church of Satan? What kind of church was that?
It was one of them Baptist churches at the Woman's Great Price.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
But don't you guys think there's something wrong with her not being able to tell her man that I love sex and I want it every day?
Yes,
Absolutely.
I think there's something wrong in that.
But again, I think we're missing the point. I think she's doing it like as a sense of, like you said, if she has like a biblical reason, say I'd have to be married first. Her ideology for marriage based around.
But we already know she's not following that because she's sleeping with the other guy.
Right. Hanging from the chandelier.
Wait a minute, time out. Everybody it goes against things at times, but she can still fake it till she wants him to think that, right? She wants him, so she believes I'm going to marry him. I have to be a certain way, right? So she's being a freaking with everybody else, but with this dude, not saying it's right, but I think her mindset.
In the evening.
Her mindset is like, you know what? Like I can't tell you, like the girls in school who be like, you know what? I'm giving up every hole but the front, so I'm still a virgin. So when I'm married, I'm still a virgin. I think that's just her mindset. She probably was raised to think that she has to do something. Yeah, it's her mindset and her ideology.
What's her vagina mindset?
It has two minds. It has two minds.
She doesn't mind if he sees her as a whore.
She don't want him. Yeah, she don't want him to see her as a whore.
No, she says she doesn't mind if the other guy sees her as a whore.
Everyday.
Because there's no future in that. There's no future in that. That's like, you know, I hit it and I'm whatever he thinks. I don't care. I don't owe him nothing. I'm not going to be with him forever. You don't care what the side joint thinks, right? If I go to side joint and I bust up in 30 seconds, oh well, that's what you get. I'm going home.
But you know what, Daryl, I
don't
get it. But Daryl, I get it because it's like the guys, as long as you're dating them and you're engaged, they cheating on you, but they're like, I'm gonna act right straight up, and I'm gonna be done cheating once we get married.
Yep, absolutely, no difference.
That's lies and deception right there.
Yep,
we know it is, but that's that mindset.
That behavior is gonna be there. You
gonna
always,
but
you know, people will write that behavior off in the beginning of the relationship, but then it actually continues.
Well, yeah, because it becomes conditioned.
Maybe like, what if you come to the session talking about what had happened was? What had happened was you had to deal with that behavior issue beforehand, and your wild cookie is calling.
It just reminds me of the best man.
Wild cookie.
That's what
he was
thing
like
to me. Go ahead.
No, it just reminds me of best man. How he was like, I want to have what my parents had. They've been married for 35 years. I'm gonna do right. I'm gonna be faithful. But until then, I mess with everything moving.
Everything moving. but he was able to shut it down once he got married.
Right.
But what if you can't? But what if you can't?
That's the part of the movie that we saw.
Did
you see the Lifetime movie?
Yes.
Most people can't because we're creatures of habit. Like if you're doing something before, you don't like to do it afterwards, right? You can lie to yourself.
Found out anyway.
And that's the thing. That's the lie I see her having. She's lying to herself to say, you know what? Once I get to the next level, I'll be able to stop being in the streets. When I don't think she realizes how much in the streets is part of what she wants. Right. She likes that. She likes having the sex with no strings and no nothing. I don't care what happens with this person. Like, you know, I think she doesn't realize that. So it's more of a lie for herself. And man, if you're only getting it once a month, get out, man. Once a month, red flags. Okay, little PSA,
You got a PSA from Daryl?
Down for the men. Once a month, Get out. Pull the cord.
So, Ruth, I got a question.
Yes.
You brought us to this honesty or to not be honest conversation, and then you did engage in a group around the question. What were your thoughts about this young lady? Like,
I truly think she is misguided. I mean, for lack of a better word,
No,
I think
I
like
agree.
that was saying, that she thinks that she can live this sort of 2 life thing, but
Mhm.
it's going to be found out either way that she can't live without it, or the cuddle buddy, whatever he is, he won't be able to cut it off. So I don't see how that's going to do her primary relationship any good, that she's expecting that to help it. I can't see how
Mhm.
that's not going to be a bad situation.
They're gonna end up on. They're gonna end up on Maury.
Definitely.
And how
also
is
what
Maury
to
gonna
do-
solve their issues?
But also what Ruth said, sometimes like the other person you just like doing whatever with, they end up having feelings. And then
Thank
they
you.
find out you're trying to get married, they're trying to break up your little happy home. That's why
Well,
if you're gonna deal with somebody,
They're gonna show up at the wedding.
yes, you need to
Well,
do your research
listen,
first and make sure
the
they're not the
question-
same person.
Exactly.
the thing is, hopefully they just come to break up your happy home because they killing people, right? That's my worry, that he gets really possessive and now he's shooting your house up, or
Yeah.
or kidnapping you. You in the basement and everybody are looking for you.
Yeah, this is not the day and time for it. Yeah.
No, and that's the issue. You know, give it when you get to the intimacy, giving the cookie up, people can't handle it sometimes.
So
It'd be too good.
can I detour for a quick second?
Yes.
Sure, go ahead.
Y'all just said kidnapping, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got this phone call because people just feel like they could call me and ask me any old wild type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That this woman, same type of scenario, she got a side joint and a main joint, but she wants to. I can't believe I'm saying joint. I've been in Philly too long. That she wants to have this fantasy date, and she's trying to figure out how to create what she says for the fantasy date. So the date that she wants is she wants to be kidnapped. She wants somebody to put him to put stuff over her head and put her in the trunk, and then for him to take her to say like Valley Green somewhere so they can have their excursion in the snow where runners go by.
What?
So
These are the calls that I get.
So tell her that come in.
That was a real call.
Come in for a session. We're going to talk about what happened to you.
Oh my goodness.
We're gonna get to the bottom. We're gonna get to the bottom of this and find out what happened.
And that wasn't my first response, but yeah. My first response was because I had some 18 in my hand.
What the hell
I was like,
you?
huh?
What the hell's wrong with you?
No, I was like, this is some white people shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you said it was white people shit? I mean,
that's some crazy shit.
Because if it's a black man that has a woman and somebody walks up on the situation, that's going to look way different, and it's not going to be no questions asked. He's going to be locked up, and it's going to be a
hopefully
situation.
Hopefully locked up. Yeah, and see, that's my thing. It's too much going on and grabbing people and taking them somewhere. There's cameras everywhere. People see things, and like I see it, and I see it, and I think somebody's in trouble. Yeah, I call the cops because I see somebody grab a girl, put her in the car, they got her, they pull the car over. You're like, no, it's a joke. Bang, bang, bang. Now died over a joke. It's not funny now.
Man,
it's not funny.
Over a joke.
Not worth it.
Get some fake snow and put it in your house. Fake snow machine.
With your man?
Yeah, tell her.
And go
from room.
And go from
with your man, when you do those fantasy hotel things.
They do.
And those fantasy hotels have the different theme rooms that you can have your excursion. I'm like,
well, tell her about frostbite. Frostbite is real, okay? Frostbite on your butt.
Well, I thought about the show Naked and Afraid.
You don't want that. You don't want frostbite on your butt. It's not a good look.
I mean, I'm used to snow.
Mary.
It ain't that deep.
Listen,
but I get
I ain't asked for the phone call, April. I didn't say somebody please call me with a shenanigan because I just need to hear a shenanigan right now. And she was serious.
Oh, MJ.
So bizarre.
And I get it. Well, what's the next level? What's the next level after that? Because you guys will be there next time.
I don't want to be held responsible for what the next level is.
Like
The next
I want
level
you,
is
I want you to
bungee
stab
jumping
me.
naked.
No, I want you to. No, that was before. She's like, now I want you to stab me, right, and put me in the coffin. I'm act like I'm dead, and I'm gonna pop out the coffin, and we're gonna have sex in the coffin. Huh? What'd you say? Like,
Well, if she want to take to the coffin, we go to Home Depot and put some and get them cut some wood, some plywood.
Cut some
I got all
plywood
the,
and
I
build
got,
a
I got all the wood she needs. We ain't gotta go nowhere.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh,
I was gonna
Daryl,
say
you don't
something,
wanna
but I'm
get
not gonna
locked
say
up.
that. I'm not gonna say that.
don't respond. Maybe he won't.
I know, yeah,
Right.
I'm not gonna respond to that.
Don't respond.
Right.
I'm just saying.
All
I got all
right,
the wood. Yeah.
But this is like when you think about deception, people's minds really go really creative is what I'm going to say, because otherwise I would be judgmental.
Yeah.
They go very, very creative in regards to how honest or not honest that they want to be in different situations. And like Camp, you said she can buy snow for the house, or
A snow
go to
machine and it blows it like real snow. Like, that's what they do.
or
in
she can go to one of them
California.
theme hotels. Yeah.
Why don't she just go to the escape room or something?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
This is a whole different level of honesty. I was thinking, oh, maybe did I not tell my husband something? A different level. This is like high level.
Well,
Right. I didn't take you there. You can come back to the level that you're playing for, Ruth. I'm
So
sorry.
no. I'm just saying some people take it really far.
Well,
They
if you're talking about dishonest, like sometimes does it backfire to be too honest?
Yes.
It can.
Well, that's what we were saying last week. Like, I don't think that you can sometimes, withholding something, because omission of fact is lying as well. But sometimes not saying something or not telling something actually may be better for the relationship. I feel, certain things, right? I don't think people need to know everything, because sometimes knowing something will just make things maybe worse for no apparent reason, right?
I hear you.
So I think you got to weigh it out. You got to weigh whatever it is out that's going on, and do you really need to believe that?
Right.
Weigh it out with the pros and cons and things of that nature.
I mean,
Like I said,
told me, go ahead.
No, but like I said, when you come in the room talking about this dress make it look fat.
You said what? What?
when you guys come in the room and say, "Does this dress make me look fat?"
That dress make you look fat. Oh, I'm sorry.
I might have to be dishonest, like
right, and be like, "No, baby, no."
Because if I say yes, then that's gonna be a whole month and a half. I ain't gonna eat no more. Then I'm fat in the dress, right?
It could go the other way.
I don't ask that question. I don't ever ask
Right,
that question.
right.
Yeah.
Don't even ask.
Good. That helps.
Daryl would.
Dishonest.
Yeah, I'm
like,
saying, well, you don't eat no more celery, then
leave the celery alone.
Back to the celery. Back to the celery.
Back to that daggone celery.
Oh, but yeah, celery without blue cheese.
Right.
No, I can't. You gotta go back and look at last week's conversation.
I'll bring the sauce. I'll bring the sauce.
Unbelievable.
Please go back and look at last week's conversation, because celery is out of pocket.
Unbelievable.
Okay.
We done got new members in the group because they're down his celery.
What's that?
I said we got new memes coming up in the group because of Daryl and his celery.
But in terms of dishonesty, I had somebody tell me, if there's no penetration, you didn't cheat.
Really?
What?
That's like,
First of all, cheating is not only sexual. Cheating is with time, it's with finances, it's with the fact that you got a work wife.
Emotional.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you were talking about penetration, it's cheating. You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean? Like, you got to.
But cheating comes well before it becomes a sexual situation.
Correct.
Yep. Agreed.
But so wait, what do they mean? So what were they doing? Rubbing it on top of you or something? I don't understand. What was going on there? I need more information. Like,
did we go to tops and bottoms?
Yeah, like what is that? Yeah, like what's going on? Like, I'm gonna rub this on your belly button. It's not really cheating. I'm just rubbing it on your belly button. What?
Basically, as
So
long
what
as
are they rubbing on the belly button? They rubbing your
Oh.
doorknob on the belly button?
Yeah, that's what I mean. What do it mean? What happened?
That's almost like, can I put the tip in? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, like what does he mean? I'm confused.
Well, it was a conversation more like, so if you can lick and do whatever else, but as long as there's no penetration with the wood and the hoo-ha.
So when the tongue go in the woo-ha, it ain't penetration?
I think so, but
They just lick,
As
what they
long as
licking
it's not
around
being
it? Like,
done
they're wasting everybody's time, ain't they? like what?
Oh God! Right, Tanya? We need a whole GPS on the sexual map. Like, what is happening?
He licking your thighs? Like, he wasting everybody's time. Ain't nobody gonna be happy.
Oh God.
How about we
OMG.
talked about the thigh a couple weeks ago? Somebody said something about the thigh and some pantyhose, and like they just had that sensory sensation of the pantyhose. Like,
Yeah.
ugh.
So I know Daryl had brought this up last week when we were in the green room. Are there white lies or whatever you want to call them that are okay to be told in a relationship? Do you tell all truth?
We just started talking about that just now. While you were doing something else. While you were doing something else. Yeah.
The white lie, what severity? And what severity of a
Yeah, we got what's the severity?
So the white lie would be an example is what Daryl said when his girl asked him about the dress. Does she look fat in the dress? So that would be a white lie. That would be to me an example of a white lie.
Come through, green cup. Let me get ready.
Or
yes.
the other spectrum, if your boo asks you, did you sleep with such and such last night? You said no, we just talked.
No, that's a lie. That's a whole lie.
That's a damn lie.
Yeah.
That's why I said it's a spectrum.
So here's a question. So if like say your girl, your guy asks you, do you find their best friend attractive? Like, so if my girl's like, do you think my friend is attractive? I'm gonna say no. I'm not gonna say yes. I don't need those problems.
You better lie.
See? See? There we go.
You better lie.
But Daryl,
wow, you would lie for that one?
But that's what I'm saying. Why
I wouldn't lie for that one.
You can't handle it. So every time we're in a room by yourself, women can't handle it. That's why. If you got
men can't handle it either because you don't want two penises in the room.
Right.
No.
Well,
in fact, men are not even going to ask. They're just not going to leave you in the room with them.
Right.
Exactly. We're not dumb.
They know they boys. They know they boys.
You don't leave a lion in a room with a deer. He's going to eat the deer. I would never leave my girl with my boys. I love you, yes, but I know that it could happen at any time. So I'm not going to put her or him in that situation.
Gotcha.
No,
but why telling the truth in that instance is going to cause such a big problem?
Right. That's what I said.
Because you have eyes.
Oh, brother.
My question, why are you asking?
All these women are just so open in there. They're honest. When you say
am open to
your friend look good or she got a fat butt or something, her butt bigger than mine, I don't got time for all that.
Stupid.
No, I don't like big butts. Her butt's too big for me.
Like that.
Oh, because half the time, if he looking, I'm like, damn, she got a big ass.
Yeah, we do that too. I'll say, you like that, Lee?
Yeah, she working with something today. Like, come on.
He's good.
Not me.
If it's your friend who comes over a lot, who's around a lot, now that becomes the problem. If you guys see him in the room together, you think she's attractive.
That's a problem.
Why y'all?
Or you walk back in the room and they laughing and giggling. You like, okay, what y'all laughing and giggling about?
Yes.
Well, people
let's be honest.
Insecure.
Yes, people are insecure. It happens.
Yeah, I was going to say, then you have to talk about that trust factor.
Yeah, that's your own hang-ups.
Wait a minute. Trust.
You may be giggling over food that's food in the sink. You never know.
People, I can't believe the lies that go on in this room. You guys are liars. Listen, liars. No, it's not true. Because remember, most things happen because you have opportunity, right? So if the girls around and they're in the room, they're talking, they getting to know each other, and you ain't around, you're gonna be like, oh, it's okay, they're talking and laughing. You know, you're gonna start saying like, what y'all laughing about? What was so funny? That joke wasn't even that funny. Come on.
And then y'all don't want to repeat the joke.
I don't
Come
do
on.
that.
I think it's dumb. I don't personally have those hang-ups.
All right. Well,
Me either.
let's ask other. Get your husbands on. Let's see what they say.
I'm by myself.
Let's see what they say. Because
He's
they
right
know.
out in my forum.
They know. They
I know
know.
that's right, Ruth.
I
Listen,
told him go find something to do.
it's almost, again, it's not even that. I mean, it's some insecurity, but it's almost natural. Something's supposed to be yours, right? That's your woman or whatever. And they key in with somebody else a lot, and you know they find them attractive. That could lead to a problem down the road. I don't care what any of you guys are saying. You guys there lie. And, oh, man, I'm not like that. No,
You don't know me.
Yeah.
Listen, I know you, okay? I know you guys talk a lot.
Not like that.
Yes, you guys talk a lot. And I think that it's natural to start feeling a certain way. Especially, why are you saying it so close? And you know you think they're attractive. It just
That's
starts
extra.
Yeah.
I don't have
to. You're right. It doesn't ever happen. It never happens.
No, I'm not saying it don't never happen, Daryl.
You know,
I'm not saying it don't never happen because it does happen.
It does happen.
It just don't happen at this address right here.
It does happen.
Right.
You know, but as a woman, I know my girlfriends that are attractive. I'm not going to tell my husband that thinks she's ugly or say to me that he thinks she's ugly. Like, come on now. I know she's attractive.
And when she over there and she at the sink, she bent over and he's doing something about you. Oh, you cool? Everything good? You still know she's attractive? Everything good?
Really, Daryl. Really.
Stop playing.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, if she attractive, she attractive. Why hate? Like, it's still like, who does that?
it's not about hating. It's just that anything can happen. I mean, you can trust.
So you looking at that as an opportunity because she bent over at the sink and he walked by?
No, what I'm saying is that in your mind, if you are finding a lot of people, not you as in you, from you, people you are fight. You said you find this person attractive, you like their body, whatever the case may be. Now you see them, they're JoJo, they're like laughing and joking, and you're not there, and you come in the room. I would think that might start kind of playing on your mind. But
I think that you have to kind of think about who you have around you, because I would want my close friends to be friends with my significant other.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If I can't trust you around my man, I can't trust you. Period. I can't trust you in my life.
Right. But anything.
That's a good point.
Wait a minute.
Absolutely.
Wait a minute. I know what y'all talking about. What you mean trust? What are you talking about trust? We're talking about an animal instinct that if people get to know each other and they get the
so now you're trying to say people don't have control over their behavior.
No, what I'm saying is that I'm saying that you can't trust a big butt and smile. Okay? What I'm saying, you can't trust a big butt and smile. Okay? It's poison.
Ruth, you see what you brought out with the people? You brought them out so spicy.
Coming on here. I should have been on here.
But
No, you shouldn't. Back to the chat room. Back to the chat room.
We got everything tonight.
Listen, I don't care where you're at, but I think I kind of what Kemp just said. Sometimes it's a competition thing that you don't know you're in, and people will try to maybe not even go through, but to try to see if they can get attention from the other person's spouse. People do these things, right? I don't care how good you know. You don't know. I'm just saying that things can happen with opportunity. So if you leave opportunity and something happens, it's your fault. That's all I'm saying.
What?
It's your fault.
It ain't my fault. You can take it.
No, it's your fault. Okay? Because at the end of the day, like I said,
you controlled your car going into the garage.
Exactly.
Listen, no, I'm gonna control my garage, so it'll be by your car. How about that one?
You ain't got no garage.
Listen, no, I'm gonna control.
You ain't got no garage.
He might have a garage. You don't know.
You right. You right. I don't know.
What I said, I'm gonna control your garage. I mean, I'm gonna control her garage, so it's not near his car. They're not going to be alone because I'm not letting that. I'm just not letting that, putting them in that situation. Why would I do that? I wouldn't do it.
But Daryl,
you can't tell me who to talk to and be around because you insecure. That's the. Well, you know what?
I was going to say.
It's different.
Hey, that's right.
Different.
Go be around all the men you want. Goodbye.
But what if it's not that friend? Are you going to worry every time that woman's around another man, or
Exactly.
there's a level there that
Why
there's a
am I-
level of trust
Why am I
there.
a woman around all these men? What's going on?
And you talking about all these men? You might
People
need to
she
look out
work
for the
with?
women too.
Colleagues, people you work with. My best friend is a male.
Just like
My best friend is a male.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about people that come over that frequent your house. I thought we talking about your friend. You're at the house. You're at their house. These people you're around. I'm not talking about your friends at work or things like that. Again, and you got what? Listen, what do you mean friends at work? You ain't allowed to have a friend at work. You shouldn't be showing your teeth at work. If a man knows your teeth look like at work, you're too close. Okay?
You can't have a friend at work?
For what?
There's always a work husband and a work wife.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
My husband had
what? But
My husband
yeah,
had a
that's
work wife.
We cutting folks off. Ain't nobody getting their own thought out. Y'all just green tea. Y'all letting the green tea spice y'all all up.
I had a work wife and a work husband. What's up?
There you go. There you go.
Bro, man, I don't
I'm
know
just
what
saying.
if you're my work wife, I'm having sex with you. That's gonna be my wife, okay? So
that's why. No, wait a minute. That's why you can't.
Remember, he said he was in the closet.
That's why he can't trust nobody.
Right. Exactly, Doc.
You know what he said?
You
Remember
did.
that, Doc? That must have been in the green room when he was talking about all the closets in the city building.
Listen, here we go.
That's why he can't trust nobody because he know what he would do.
Look. His
closet now.
The most expensive thing is time. I'm not wasting my time with no work wife for what? That's a waste of time. You're playing with my emotions for no reason.
Are you
Again,
serious?
You didn't say that in the hallway. You didn't say that in the closet.
They weren't wasting my time. They were accenting my time at work. I do that. Once that happens, you win. But if we ain't, I don't need to work wife.
Daryl.
You're wasting time.
Daryl.
Work is supposed to be work.
Yes, work is supposed to be work.
Not only did my husband have a work wife that I love dearly, when they retired, both of them recently, I now check in and say, did you call your work wife once a week? You gotta be secure in who you are.
Yes.
Hey, you serve them up with apple in their mouth, that's on you. I'm not. Did you call your work wife?
Oh, Lord.
I'm not doing that. Put an apple in his mouth and serve him up.
Right.
That's all I got.
April, you know what?
At least you're honest, Daryl. You're honest.
It is about honesty.
They be serving them up.
I'm not doing that.
So, Daryl, what's the matter with me doing that? What is wrong with that to say? Make sure you check in.
No. So everything works for everybody. If you, like I said, for me, I feel like I'll be serving my wife up. Did you call your work husband? No. You better call me. I'm the person you need to talk to.
Look, Daryl, I'm on your side. When he retired, his wife retired. His work wife retired.
They both retired.
No. No more work wife. No more work wife.
I don't agree. They work together 35 years, and it's okay to say, hey, how are the grands? How's your family? No COVID. Basic conversation is fine.
That's fine, but no check-ins. No check-ins once a week.
I have no problem. Maybe it's because I've been married so long. I'm good.
I don't see nothing wrong with
How long you been married, Ruth?
35 years in May.
What?
So I'm like, oh, go call her, please.
Okay. That's sweet. I like you, Ruth. Yeah.
No problem with me.
Look, relationship goals right there.
But like you said, it depends on.
You still got 35 years in you?
Comfort. What's that?
No, not you, Miss Ruth. Miss Payne, you still got 35 years in you?
Oh, no. I'm done.
She said nothing.
No.
You said the relationship goals. I thought you was trying to find you an application.
I just put it out there. I didn't say that plate was for me.
You're right. You didn't. You're right. You are absolutely right.
Listen,
I'm good.
Wait, time out. So it's not even a work wife anymore. It's a wife. She don't work together no more. He got another whole wife. Work off.
Why can't it just be a friend? Why do we have to use the title wife?
You
don't have to. That's true.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
nobody's
Or
talking
Now,
about
as a
coworkers.
friend,
No, no.
as a
Just
friend, I
because
would say,
y'all do projects together, or you make sure that they made it in safely to work, or if you going down to the cafeteria, do I grab this for you? Like,
That's
it's
fine.
just a coworker that's looking out. Why does it have to be
I
all
don't know where that came from, but I
Well-
had a work husband too.
Yeah.
When I worked for the
Where-
city, I had a work husband.
Yeah, I usually do.
Yeah.
And I
Where
usually
it comes
gravitate
from-
towards the men more so than the female in the workplace, because
You do.
because.
Because you're nasty. Where it comes
No,
from.
I'm not. I do not know nobody's desk.
Nasty, let's go.
I might have
That's
thought
right.
it, but I ain't do nothing
No.
on nobody's desk.
Work wife, I think, her husband. That means that person has a special designee. They're more than a work friend. That's why
have
you
a
call them a
special
work
bond.
wife.
No.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, not so. Wait, you call work. You call everybody a work
I think
husband.
it
You got a work
started as-
husband.
No, I think that you're right. The relationship is closer, but it doesn't mean
Absolutely.
that there's anything else going on other than a
Oh.
close friendship and
No,
you
no,
work
it-
together.
No, it
that's
does. No, it does mean more. I don't know
No.
what that man. Listen,
Why,
that
Daryl?
man is.
Because he
I
thought what he
don't-
would
I don't-
do. We said
I don't know about women.
We already
I don't know
talked
about
about
women.
this.
I don't know about women, but ain't no man, like I said, lion and deer are not friends. We're not hanging out for no reason. I'm gonna eat the lion. That work husband is trying to work his way into the cookie.
damn
Okay?
analogy, lion and deer.
Like, 'cause
Right.
it's just not. It doesn't make. Now, it's always an exception, but for the most part, if that dude is getting close to you, it's because he wants something more. He may wait again, but he ain't just getting close to you to be friends. He don't go play
Oh, he
basketball
wants
with
a
you.
coochie coo.
Absolutely. But
I
else
mean,
is
I can see that
for?
in some instances. In the situation I was in, I doubt that very seriously.
Uh-huh.
This was like a much older gentleman who was
He don't want it. You're right. 'Cause he's
and,
older.
and not treated well by other coworkers, and I was the one that kind of saw him differently and treated him well, and people started calling him my work husband. But me and him became
So-
pretty good friends.
I bet you did. I bet you now. What you just said was,
And Doc, he
built
would
this man
slap
up.
you up in a minute.
I
Stop
built
her
this
like a
man up.
biscuit.
I made him feel. I made him feel like a man. I helped him, but he don't want none. No, he wants something.
Nah, I
Oh, he
couldn't.
still wants something.
But that
He's
doesn't
sitting
mean
there thinking about you right now, and like, ooh, ooh.
but that doesn't mean he's going to cross that line if she.
Right.
No, not at all. See, again, nobody said you're gonna cross that line. You can wait, right? You'll wait.
Wait for
but
how
you're
long?
some people wait forever. What you mean? It never happens sometimes. They done waited 40 years, they never get it. But they keep themselves in position to get it.
They keep
That's the
themselves in
problem.
position to get
Because
it.
remember, I don't know, for most men, if a woman is showing you attention, she's asking questions, she's talking to you, you could think she's interested. Right? You would
That
definitely,
don't
if you
mean
guys
she's
have,
expressive.
I
Men
didn't say it
would-
means that. I said what you
I know.
think that.
I
So
heard
once,
you. Sorry.
so you're saying something that made me, okay, you're right, never
I
mind.
heard
Anyway.
you.
Again, so all right. So anyway, so what I'm saying is that, when you're giving this guy attention, men take that attention and may look at it a lot differently, right? And I'm not saying all, but a lot of times. So if you're giving me, and we're having these intimate conversations, if we're talking about things, and you especially talking about your relationship, we definitely think we're going to get something sometime soon. Please, if you're talking about anything going on in your relationship, that means you're letting us know that we have a chance in our
I
mind.
had those conversations.
In our
Well,
mind.
I mean, I didn't have those conversations. The most conversations we talk about is food. Like, I'm a foodie, so yeah.
So if I cook for me and I have extra,
You ready?
and I bring a plate
I
for
get it.
you and a plate for me,
I
is
got
that
dessert.
what?
I got dessert.
I don't see nothing wrong with that. I used to do that all the time.
Thank you, Camp.
But you know what?
No, for me,
And talking about mindsets, I know some women who will not let their husbands eat from other women on their job.
Absolutely.
You
yeah, I do
shouldn't.
know that.
You shouldn't. Cooking.
Because
Oh,
you know she can't cook. Well, not as
I gotta
good
give her
as
dessert.
I'm just saying.
I gotta give her
You
dessert.
know, the quickest way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
Right.
Do my
Hell
stomach.
no, she better not
That's-
cook him shit.
Hey, that's a lie.
But
Hey,
that ain't the only thing that the man need right
That's
the
a lie.
moment. Be like,
Okay.
hey, that's a lie.
we
Yeah,
talking
mine.
about cooking, the residential food ain't right. You brought something in. We working in residential 3 to 11. When the kids go to sleep, here's
So
warm up your
okay,
food.
so let's break this down. You cooked, you packaged, you thought about me enough to bring me a plate. That's a lot going on there, right? That is real intimate. That you were thinking about me at home. That you're thinking
But
about
why
me
is
at
it? I might
home.
not want the leftovers.
Right, but sometimes you're just being
I'm
nice.
just saying.
What's wrong with
I'm just
being
saying.
nice?
You know what?
Cool.
I think that's a boundary that I don't know if it's just in the Black culture, but that's just something you just don't cross.
Absolutely, because I told it's the preparation in it. It's that you thought enough about me to make me a plate and bring me. Absolutely, you had to think about me. Sometimes I forget my own lunch, so I can remember to bring you lunch. That means I had to really be thinking about you, right?
Well, what
So,
I did is I not bringing lunch for everybody because teachers don't make no money; they be hungry. So let me make a casserole
if you brought it for
everybody up in this joint, so we all can eat. Me and
if you brought it for everybody, what you saying for? We're talking about you bring for her work.
And let's just reverse it. What if he was bringing you from your husband's point of view? What if some man was bringing you food or buying you lunch every day?
My husband don't care because he knows I wouldn't eat it because I like my own food better. I don't eat people's food like that.
But then you're denying the food, so that's different. But if you're taking it and you got this man buying you something and giving you something, that means that to me would be a problem.
Yeah.
First of all,
you got another man.
You got another man doing something that I should be like you take my man money, like my money, like what is he doing? So it's a line you're crossing either way. That I feel
I didn't go from a marriage perspective because I don't know that line.
Cross that line. I don't.
I'm talking even boyfriend girlfriend.
And you know what?
Based on what we're talking about, would you tell your significant other that somebody's buying you lunch every day or feeding you every day?
Yes, I think that's the
question.
Honestly,
go ahead.
If something like that was happening, I would say yes.
Okay, good. Tell me yes.
I don't think that's like for me. That's not that deep. So everybody's different.
Exactly. Now what happens after you tell me? And I'm like, don't take that man's food no goddamn more. And that's how I'm gonna say it. That's exactly what I'm saying. Tell Neff, don't be buying you no fucking food no more because that's disrespecting me.
That's too much. I can buy my own damn food. So I don't take food from people.
But I'm saying so
just to be defiant, I might say, how about you give me some damn lunch money every day, and I don't have to worry about George buying me lunch.
Exactly.
I got you.
But
I'm like, don't you work? Don't you work?
I don't care. I don't care if I work because I don't want to spend my money on lunch if somebody else gonna buy me lunch.
Okay. Hey. So
do you know what? Then it's your husband's responsibility to make sure you got your lunch covered.
I have to tell you something.
To
prove your point.
So you have lunch with him.
To prove your point, I did not like my husband. I did not like my husband when I first met him, but I saw him coming late, and he looked hungry. So I popped. I was gonna tell you what I did. I popped 2 Eggo waffles in the toaster, and I did like some bacon real quick on the George Foreman grill, long time ago. I put some syrup on it, made 2 scrambled eggs, seasoned it with salt and pepper. I had a good Chinese container from Shelton Hill.
So that's how you got him. You made him.
I gave it to
food
him.
at work.
No, because I didn't like him.
Because he looked hungry.
About him. I gave it to him. He opened it. He ate it right away. He said, "Ooh, I could just marry you."
Ooh.
And
I don't know what.
Wait a minute.
What point are you trying to make?
Wait a minute.
Wait
a minute. LaJoya, you just made Daryl's point.
That's what I was telling him.
You just made my point.
That's what I was trying to tell Daryl. He made his point on my personal situation, but that's not everybody's situation.
Happy dance.
We got a quota though. Last week we made a quota. What was the quota? You can't agree with Daryl more than 2 times.
Okay, but I didn't agree with him more than twice. So.
I know. I'm just letting you know that you only got one more good.
Right.
I agree with him once. So you got one more with me, Daryl.
I only made his point in my personal life, but the other way around don't go down like that.
Right.
And I have like one of the people who said that she won't let her man eat from women at work, said that a man was stolen from her by a woman cooking for him at a job.
Wow.
Absolutely. Because
but you know why women also
it's a
do
lot.
that because other women put stuff in their
But
food,
what?
and that can
That's
the
true.
man too.
Yeah.
But is
No,
it stolen?
I've heard of that.
Or like his other needs was also being met, like conversation,
Well,
attention, nurturing.
that was her perspective.
But that's how she
Okay.
stole him.
That's
She
why
stole him.
I don't eat
She
everybody's
stole him
food
through.
because
She stole him through food and conversation and
time.
getting closer to him. Yeah, and getting closer to him and talk. Remember, we're at
Gotcha.
work sometimes more than we are at home.
Yeah.
So if I'm at home, if I'm
Yep.
at home thinking about you making food, and when I come in and we're eating this food, oh yeah, it was good.
AKA
We're
don't
talking.
eat the spaghetti.
Ew.
You know, so it can happen that way. So that's why I said, anytime you're doing
Dated this guy that wouldn't eat spaghetti.
No.
He was like,
anytime
no.
anytime there's anything that's intimate, it could become a problem, right?
I mean, research has shown that many relationships start because of proximity.
Yeah.
Actually, all relationships start through proximity, right? You have to be around somebody, you know, to kind of, and even with online dating, you still can conversate with them. You have to be able to be around them. If you're around somebody all the time at work, you're talking about everything, you naturally get closer with somebody.
Which I think, but I think to me and Ruth's point is, you know, if you're communicating this with your significant other, it reduces that.
Right. Right.
You know, George bought me lunch today.
No,
Me and George had lunch together, or I bought George some of our leftovers. You know?
Listen,
But
we're
that
lying to ourselves.
had between you and the husband, and just to make sure that it's okay. If it's okay, then
Right.
so
Like,
be it.
if your husband don't eat
Listen,
leftovers,
I'll
he's
say,
like, oh yeah, the food
listen,
don't go to
cool.
waste.
Listen, cool. You two are outliers. Don't have. But again, I
don't think we're outliers.
Yeah,
there.
Because I don't care what
No,
I'm
we're
saying.
not.
If you allow, okay, you're right. So the majority of people who talk to people and get intimate with them, nothing happens. Okay, no, it does.
Shut up,
because
Daryl.
you're putting. I mean, you guys may not want to
No one
believe the truth.
Daryl, no one I've ever dated would appreciate that at all.
Let somebody talk.
I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know
Be
what
quiet.
world they're living in. It's Disney.
Oh,
They're talking about Disney World.
Doc said be
Okay.
quiet.
Glistening down.
Go ahead, Ruth. What were you gonna say?
It's just I agree.
They told me to mute you, Daryl.
It's based on that couple's agreement of what is okay. One of my best friends is a male, and we have lunch out on Fridays, and my husband knows, and it's fine.
Fine.
Right.
Hey, listen. Whatever you say, I'm not going to talk about you. I'm talking about other billion people in the world. Okay, it's not you. All right. If you guys are going out and meeting each other, you're building this relationship, that can go left real quick. I don't see any point. I don't see any point in my woman going out on lunch dates with some dude. I'm confused. Why? Unless I can come, I can be right there and see what y'all talking about because I don't know. Why. I don't know.
That is crazy. One of my best friends is a male, and he's just as good, good friends with my husband. He'll stop by the house, talk to my husband. We'll go out to lunch. My husband doesn't have to go.
Mine too.
Hey, listen, you guys. Hey, do what you want to do. I'm coming. You're not going out by yourself.
I mean,
what's going on? I'm good because. No, you don't need to come.
No,
that's how I'm going. I'm going.
Don't say that.
Which one are we talking about?
I'm coming. That's how I'm coming. Nobody's gonna be coming if I'm
He's
around.
being honest.
He is being honest. So it's glistening John is coming. He can just sit there and do his packs or whatever he does.
Listen. No, ain't nobody be coming on my watch.
So that brings me to the question of: you don't think that males and females can have platonic?
Oh, wow!
A lion and deer can't be friends. No.
Okay, wait. Say that question again.
Do you believe that males and females can have platonic friendships?
Not at
For
first.
the most part, no. Not at first, never. Most part, no. Because
no, because not at first, because people are gonna be licking and sticking until they get out their system, then they can be friends. For real.
Wait a minute. Once I hit it, once I hit it, I'm gonna keep hitting it. There's gonna be no stopping. And once we stop, we're not friends anymore. Our friendship is on me licking.
What?
Okay.
So I don't think that
people to get
that's
that
it.
sense
It's
of
very-
You don't have any female friends that you have not slept with or didn't want to sleep with.
Right.
no.
Maybe if they look like Dr. Doolittle, maybe that'd be different.
And it don't even matter what they look like.
No.
No.
If you're not my taste, not first of all, to be my friend, you gotta look. I have to want to be with you. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not.
You gotta look the part. That's
Yeah, like if you're not looking apart, I'm not looking at you. We're not friends. We have nothing in common. We have nothing to talk about.
Terrible.
well,
No, I just don't. I really don't
can't agree
believe.
with you
No,
again.
there
I
are
can't agree with you
there
again.
are-
So I'm gonna fall back.
there are rare occasions. I'm going for me. There are rare occasions where guys and girls can be friends. I think it's happened like once to me, but for the most part, no. If a woman is attractive and you're hanging out and you're talking, getting to know her, and you know more about her, like, yo, you really dope. Yeah, my penis wants to get involved too. He wants to know it too. So,
you wanna flip your penis from the chandelier?
We as a whole want to get to know her.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
So
goodness.
I don't really believe guys and girls can be friends. I haven't had or any brothers or sisters, work wives, whatever. That always use these code words for I'm taking you down, but we don't have a physical title. Like, I mean, let's go. I'm just being honest.
I've had many male friends, and granted,
No, stop. No,
wait,
stop.
listen. Let me finish.
No, they all want
Let
to
me finish.
I'm putting you on
Daryl and Daryl.
Daryl's on
Daryl.
VIBIN.
Let me finish. Some of them have been relegated to the friend zone without them wanting to be. Of course.
Okay.
But there have been a couple of friends that it was platonic from the beginning.
in your mind.
Well, from what I know,
For them.
they've never expressed that part to me.
They probably not gonna express it.
No, they did express it. They expressed it by their continuing want to be around you. Like I said. Yeah, so you know what? If they're your real friend, go give them some and see how fast they take.
You know what?
If they're like, no, we're friends. Stop. Put clothes on. Oh no. That's not going to be the response. That's not going to be the response. It's not. It's not. They're like, I've been waiting for this day. Oh shucks. You know,
Oh my god.
They can do it.
So
They can do it. It's been done. It can be done. We can control our feelings and emotions.
Yeah.
But what if you don't?
I think people
Once you
can.
control them?
I said no. I think people can, but I just think that for the most part, for guys, if we're really your friend and you were wanted us to take you down, we wouldn't do it. I don't know many guys that's going to say no. That especially if they're they're attracted to you, getting to know you. I don't know. I think people got to put themselves in position for them hoping it to happen. Like hopefully one day, hopefully it'll be a day.
You know what? You know, that's interesting, Daryl, because I was actually talking to someone who is of a different descent than us. And this person was telling me that a female friend that they had, this is a guy, kind of, was in a bad place and she had broke up with someone and she kind of came on to him and he found her attractive. But they were friends and he told her no. He said, no, I'm not going to do this. This is not what I want for you. We are friends. Yeah. And I know that you're, even though she's throwing herself at him, he didn't do it.
Oh, good for him.
So again, like this, he didn't like her. But I understand.
No, I'm not saying he didn't like her like that. He just found he valued friendship more than
like I said. So that's a true friend, right?
Yes,
a true friend. So there are it does happen, but I think more often than not, from what I see and what I know, it usually is like they're gonna go cross that line because they wanted to anyway. I'm just saying. Maybe not stick and stay. That's what I like to do. I stick and stay until you say I can't do it anymore. Then I gotta go. But
I agree, Daryl. I agree with Daryl on this one. So I think the statistics are. This is the third one. You're over your limit, so it goes into the next show. Just to let you know.
That's a carryover.
But I do agree with him. For a man, it's difficult for them to separate friendship from you know, being intimately involved with the person. And he was okay. So I totally agree. Men have less, and this is not a dig, but I think they have less control.
What kind of dig, April? What kind of dig is it?
I was just
I think that they have less control on their emotions, or not their emotions, but their
their
physical.
Yes, their yes is their yes.
Yeah, their yes is a yes.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I agree. We're basically more physical, right? And
right.
And that's how we express ourselves for the most part,
Right.
not saying all, right? And so again, if you start getting closer with somebody, I think women are the same, because obviously if we're doing it with you, you want the same thing, not doing it by yourself. We ain't raping you, like it's consensual. So I think that, but when you guys get closer and things of that nature, and once a woman says yes, then most of the time you're going to do it. Unless you're a true friend, like the gentleman Doc was talking about, which is he's a unicorn because usually doesn't happen that way. You know, most of the times if you get close to somebody and they let you, and you say you're going to give it to them, they're going to most likely take it.
Exactly. That's
why I said I wouldn't even put myself in that position. That's why I don't position myself to be around people that I'm really not with, because I don't want to.
You don't have no friends, Camp.
I have no friends.
No, you don't have no true friends.
Wait a minute. No, I'm a true friend. I'm a true friend. Why? I'm telling you that.
But is it seasonal? You a seasonal true friend?
No. A true friend meaning I'm gonna we're great acquaintances. We'll talk to each other. We have to, but there's nobody I'm not really talking to on a regular basis. I'm talking to on a regular basis. You know, you see all this, they're gonna want it, and it's gonna happen. And I just don't want
to. Did we come to the conclusion that there are lies you can tell in a relationship?
We didn't.
That's gonna be another show for next week. We talking about we a whole new change. We got a whole new topic.
So good lies and bad lies.
Yeah, the good lies and bad lies. Like what could be a white lie and what could be a bad lie that would be detrimental for your relationship overall.
I went to work today.
Bad lies. Black lies are the little lies. Okay.
So is that a good lie or a bad lie, Camp?
It can be either, depending on who you're with.
Right.
And what they do. And how they
I agree.
I mean, how they flip it and toss it. I shouldn't have said that, but depending on who you're with.
Tell.
I didn't hear Camp say. What'd you say, Camp?
I went to work today. That's what
I went to work today, but it depends.
Is that
on
a good lie or a bad lie, Daryl?
Yeah, it depends on who you with.
Mm-hmm. I did overtime.
It was mandatory.
Right. Right.
I mandatory the shit out of it today. I think I'm going back in tonight.
You work at a place that you get snowed in. Like I couldn't move the car. It was ice all over the place. I was in a meeting.
Mm-hmm. Listen, that's all lies. Like, listen.
So what's the difference between a lie and another kind of lie?
Well, we know the
your
difference.
history.
We know the difference. If you got to come home and lie about it, or even thinking about lying about it, it was a problem to do to begin with, right? It wasn't
so you say, I'm on my period.
Well, that's easily checked.
Let me see. I'm like, yeah, what do you mean? Let me see.
But some people might not check. Some people might not check.
And some people run through red lights.
They might not check, April.
Listen.
She said run through red lights.
Some people run through red lights.
Okay.
Red light.
Yeah, some people don't care about that. But if you say it and you're with someone who won't check,
right,
it'll work.
Okay.
Right.
But there's got to be some kind of evidence that, you know, is
but they gotta look for it. You know,
well, if
you sharing the same damn bathroom,
if you have more than 5,
sometimes people are conditioned that you got to keep it a secret for however many days that it lives. So the fact they got to keep it a secret, that shame that they live with, you will probably never know when they're actually on or not.
Okay, all right.
Are you raising your hand?
Yes, I'm raising my hand. You being on or off doesn't matter. There's 2 other holes to be utilized.
Okay, mute him. Mute him right now.
I mean, so that whole
camera off.
No, that's true. Because we talked about that a couple weeks ago.
Hey, come on.
Just lay down a doggy pad.
The fun don't stop. The fun don't stop because the crime scene is started. No, we keep going.
Mute.
Please mute him.
We're all grown here. We got to be do things. We got to find ways to get things done.
Some of us been married way too long to be hearing all this.
If you've been married way too long,
you gotta do some experimentation.
But the reality is, if you're using that as an excuse to get out of sex, what else is going on?
Because that's not the real reason why you saying no.
Exactly.
Yep.
What else is going on?
Yep. I agree.
Just like the lady with the hair.
Ooh,
the non-shaven lady in the group.
Oh yeah, caterpillars underneath her armpit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen,
you gotta come on over the relationship flow to find out about the different posts.
Yeah. Me and her are done. We are done.
Very carefully now. Like,
what'd you say, Neil?
I look into those posts with one eye now, like, whoo, what's coming up? And that got me put into Facebook jail.
He did.
Yeah.
He did get her into Facebook jail. And I don't even think the post was up there long enough, and they start emailing us talking about your group about to be shut down.
Girl,
it was just a statement about what was it?
You was talking about gardening tools.
Yes.
And how about somebody else I saw on their post? They got put into jail for 24 hours because they was talking about gardening tools.
Yeah, I was thrown in jail first time.
Wow.
Messing around with Daryl.
They said that Ruth harassed Daryl.
Now they should know better the other way, right?
I was like, they need different what's them things? Artificial intelligence that recognize urban conversations different than other conversations.
Yeah. I'm glad that Facebook is out here protecting me. I was a victim. I was a victim of.
We about to mute you again.
On payroll,
right?
And an egregious comment was thrown at me, and Facebook jumped in and handled it the way they should handle it. I am.
You sent a laughing meme, and I felt horrible.
Between that and Net putting the different celery things up in there after you talked about celery.
Yes. Hilarious.
What's up with that?
The group is popping. The group is it's definitely good, and everybody needs to continue
hop
to
on over there.
Man, I work sun up, sundown.
So, Cam, you've been married 12 years, right?
We've been married 12, together 17. Yeah.
12, together 17. Are there things, and you don't have to be specific, but
be specific.
No. Are there things that you white lie about or don't
black lie
express?
Or I didn't hear the last part. You said or don't what?
Or don't express to your spouse.
Oh.
No,
that looks like a lie.
That doesn't really work for me because I'm more so if I gotta say what I gotta say, I'm just gonna say it. I'm sometimes people say I'm brutally honest or I'm too honest.
Okay.
No filter. Like, well, the words fall where they fall.
Okay.
So I can, even if I try to tell a white lie, neither one of us really can. Because like we share an account, or we like, for example, financial. We have a shared account, but we have separate accounts too. But like I don't have a password on my phone in order to see. Like if you want to pick up my phone and look, just certain things. It's not really room for that. And I don't think I could take even a little white lie because I'm just looking at you like, bruh, I know you. Like you're not gonna sit here and have me believe that shit. Like I'm just gonna take like what? Who you talking to? Because what you just said didn't go over.
Gotcha.
Like I don't know. Like, and if I tried to pull the same thing, he'd be like, "Joy, really? That's what you that's what we doing now?"
Gotcha.
That's how we work. And I'd be like, you know what? I can't even go there. So I think for us, no.
Okay.
Because I tried I didn't try to tell white lies. I just, you know, how you try to omit something, but you want to say it because you're so concerned about how they'll take it, their feelings, how it came across. And I think sometimes that's a barrier.
Yeah.
when you always ready every little nuance, and you just can't say what you need to say. So of course it don't be a white lie, it be these big lies.
Black
so
lies.
That's why, like,
he said black lies.
White lies are terrible lies.
Black lives matter.
But how about you, Doc? How about you? Do you?
I'm not answering that. April.
Yes, ma'am.
Answer it, Doc.
Coming off of your situation.
My divorce.
No,
yeah, coming off your divorce. Were there things that
ignoring you heavily?
I can't believe her.
Because I'm a moderator.
She's a moderator. She got control.
Wait a minute. You know, you part of the questions too. Answer the questions that we all
I'm a moderator.
have.
April,
moderate.
Shut up, Daryl. Mute him.
She said mute him.
Yes, ma'am. I'm listening. What's your question?
So were there things that you felt you couldn't express, or that you felt your spouse should have expressed?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. There's certain things that I definitely, before I walk through that door at home, oh nope, we're not going to talk about this. I'm not going to bring it up. It's off my mind. It stayed in the car or whatever, you know. But when we would have conversations, through our conversation, I knew him well enough, and I think he knew me well enough to know that, okay, there's more to this than so be it. I mean, you spend long enough time, which we did, you know, you know that person. Yeah. So I honestly, you know, I'm not a good liar. I'm not a good liar. So I end up telling on myself.
We know.
Anyway.
We know.
What?
I'm sorry. Did I say we know?
But at this point, you know, I'm grown. I do what the hell I want to do.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You know, so it don't even matter. But yes, you know, during that time period, there was definitely some white lies.
Mm-hmm.
Black lies.
Black lives. I'm sorry, black lies.
So, you know, I think that kind of going off what Cam said, you kind of have to know your partner.
Yep.
Right.
And know what they can handle too.
Right.
Certain things you might not be able to tell. Like if you know they're real super jealous and you have a work husband, you might not want to come home and say, I have a work husband, especially if you know it's nothing, right? You don't want to come home because you know he's going to be tripping. So I think sometimes you for the sake of not causing nonsense, you may not say something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, not cause conflict, you're saying?
Okay. Yeah, like
you end up usually like mentioning that person's name just a little bit more than you mention somebody else's name.
Yeah.
And so if you got those type of spidey senses, you're like, okay, well, what's up with so and so?
Well, I mean, you gotta be consistent. If you're not gonna talk about your work husband, don't talk about your work husband. You know what I mean? You want to keep, like kind of what April said, when I come home, I'm gonna leave with work at work. So it's gonna be real general. Like, oh yeah, we had a couple of projects today, yada 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 yada. I probably won't get into details if that person can't take it, you know, because you just don't want to deal with the nonsense sometimes. And it's not.
But how about you might not know he can't take it until he couldn't take it?
Well, I guess it depends on how long you knew the person, right? If it's very new, maybe you wouldn't know. But like I said, Cam and April kind of said they kind of knew their partners at that point. So at a certain point, I guess if you really are into them, you get to know your partner. You know what they can take, they can't take. You know, you pick up on the tells. I guess it depends on how well you know them.
But you know what? And to Mary's point, there are certain conversations that came up where I just didn't think, I blew it off, and I didn't think that it would bother him, but there was other conversation, surrounding it. So there are moments like that, no matter how, the length of time that you know that person, people change over time, period,
Or like you said, maybe when that situation first presented itself, it could have been 10 years in. That's the first time you dealt with it.
Or
so
even,
you had to kind of learn that situation at that point. Okay,
or even the way that I handled it, or the way he handled some, certain things, it triggered some other concern.
But sometimes things are just unavoidable.
Yep. Right.
It is.
Right.
It is what I just don't know. Like, I try to have a balance or a middle ground, but. Yeah, but I have to think about. But if I can't say what I need to say to my life partner or my best friend, what's the point?
I agree.
Like even if you can't take it, even if I need to chunk it, But if I need to tell you, I need to tell
You a teacher?
Even I need to chunk it like in bits and pieces, but we eventually get there. So you can ingest it piece by piece.
Yeah.
I still need to tell you because it may be important to how we interact in our relationship.
Well, what are we talking about? I mean, I don't have to tell my partner everything. So what are we talking about telling them? You know what I mean? What would be something that you definitely had to tell them that you had to chunk down to them?
So for example, I'm a foodie. I was pregnant with my first child. He gave me his credit card. I had money, but I wasn't going to use my account. I was pregnant. It pays to play. So I used his account. So it was just like, until like he discovered a month later, like, you've been going to lunch every day. But I'm hungry. So I've been eating. No, so seriously, I've been bringing my lunch, but I end up eating it for breakfast. Even though I ate breakfast at home. I'm hungry.
But you didn't tell him though. He found out.
Well, no, but I knew.
I understand what you said. You said you told him.
No, but once he found out, I knew if I got pregnant again, knowing how my food is my biggest bill, I need to be honest. I need to be honest about how much I need to spend per day, so I can keep my energy up because I'm carrying one or more than one. So with the second and third and fourth pregnancy, he knew. But you get older, your body changes, and I was able to have a conversation without feeling ashamed because I spent an extra $200 that week because I was hungry.
Damn, where are you eating?
Right?
No, okay, so
It sounds like.
So I have an autoimmune disease that I got right before I got pregnant with the second child. I have to eat every 2 hours. So my food is my biggest. But I used to have to pack my food and cook all my stuff. But if I run out of food and I'm working, I'm out. I'm hungry. So a meal gonna be $25.
Eating machine.
But I eat healthy.
Okay.
But after
that's gonna cost you for sure.
Right.
City View in downtown is expensive.
Yeah.
It's not one of them burly.
But they cheeseburger wraps is awesome. I know that's not what you was eating, but
yeah,
cheeseburger
what? I'm just saying.
Mary,
cheeseburger wrap from City
cheeseburger
View.
wrap. Okay.
Yeah.
But this is honest. This was a real situation. And so we sat down and I was like, look, I'm not going to spend this much, but I need about $300 a week just to cover me, period.
But again, your honesty only came out of
you better go to Wegmans and bring them
food. I shop at Trader Joe's.
But the honesty only came out of him finding out due to seeing the credit card bill. We want to talk about a situation where you had to be honest. Like you came out and told somebody something that they didn't know. That was kind of like, was kind of like something that would be, I don't know. They need to know, but maybe not. Maybe like, come home.
Like seeing an old boyfriend, having lunch with an old boyfriend or something.
Wait, time out. Wait, I'm sorry.
That's a good one.
You said you had lunch with old boyfriend. So you want to tell me you had lunch with old boyfriend. Not before you did it, but after you did. Okay, go ahead.
Well,
carry on. Carry on.
Well, with situations like that, I don't have an issue. I'm just saying I'm going to lunch with such and such.
With the such and such,
who just happened to be an old boyfriend.
It was an old boyfriend.
You're lying. So you're lying with the truth.
So I couldn't hear you.
Lying
You
with
said
the truth.
you lying with the truth.
I wasn't lying.
Well, if I said I went to lunch with Sarah, that sounds innocent. But if you leaving out the point that Sarah's ex-girlfriend, so you're telling the truth, but you're leaving out an intimate part that would make it kind of.
Oh, I didn't leave that out. He knew. He knew I was going. I ain't leave that out. I don't leave that stuff out. I'm that's why I'm saying I'm too honest sometimes. Because I just be like, oh, I'm do. And he be like, what? I say, yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm chilling. Ain't nothing going down.
Hey, listen, I don't know.
You cutting off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
And it's not me. I'm not.
Good. Really? That's
it's not me. But you had stuff going on.
I couldn't hear you though. I was like this.
You have to repeat it, Daryl.
Yeah, you gotta repeat what you said because we couldn't hear you.
I can't see. If you're going to go and do something and tell me afterwards, that's to me is dishonest in itself.
No, that's dishonest. I get that. That's dishonest.
It's dishonest because you
So
did
if you tell after the fact,
It's the same as lying.
Yes.
Told.
No, well, the lie was I didn't know where you were at the time you were doing it.
Okay.
Obviously, you weren't in.
Macy's.
So when so when that happens, is it even worth mentioning? Like if you went to Macy's and went shopping with such and such.
I love
You guys is crazy. You guys is crazy. I'm like, you did what?
Such and such is busy.
Yes.
You guys did what?
I'm asking a question.
All right, listen. Just get your bags packed.
Putting somebody out. He always putting somebody out.
Yeah.
Listen, if you're going to disrespect me and us by going out with another man,
that's not disrespectful.
Oh, it's not. You going out shopping with another guy and I don't know. That's not disrespectful. Okay, cool.
But wait a minute. What if you're going out shopping?
Do you?
What if you're going out shopping with the ex because he's buying something for his wife or for his new person that he's dealing with, and he wants you to help him, whatever, shop for that gift?
To a man, that don't even matter.
I'm glad that you're putting his needs in front of our needs.
Oh my God.
You a drama, you extra, but okay.
I'm extra. Okay, so you gotta run.
Well, he's
and
pretty
go
common actually.
Yes.
You gotta run and
no,
more times, April.
No, I didn't mean extra by your.
I know.
I didn't
So
mean
we in our next show, the show after that.
So
no, what you're saying,
you're going backwards.
So you'll make up for it in the group.
Going
Girl, I agree
right?
with you.
I'm saying, but people say go backwards and deal with X.
Oh, that's 3 times for camp.
That's right.
I'm just saying.
I'm talking about the same thing.
I just don't see it myself. Where you're running around with this ex doing things, and first of all, you're not telling me, right? So you're not telling me for a reason. If we communicate and we know everything, and you're omitting things, you're running around with someone for what, right? What's going on?
Doing that,
So let me throw this out there. Let me throw this out there. Is omission the same as lying?
Yes,
Yeah.
We don't know that. Come on, we're grown.
Yes.
We omit things for a reason because we don't want to tell the truth.
Yeah.
The whole truth. We're not being honest.
Even in
omitting that you had
is considered
you're
lying.
omitting that you had to pump a full tank of gas when you got a full tank yesterday. So the mileage, where you been? Where you going?
You understand?
Where you
No,
going?
that's real.
You checking the mileage.
Well,
I don't have to check the mileage. When you pump the gas and use the card, I can see how much, and I know how much miles per gallon that car takes, and you can just do the math.
That sounds toxic.
It's not. I'm just saying.
Well, no, she's right. Because remember,
let's be clear. I don't do this to my husband.
I know you don't, but I'm just saying for the purposes of the conversation that's a little toxic.
I don't know if it's toxic for you to be aware of what's going on in your home. Like I said, if we're spending home money and you're buying gas, and then it's not adding up, like, well, we're spending all this money on gas, but there's nothing in the car. What's going on? I just need to know where you're going. I don't think you may not be cheating, but what else is going on?
You needed to go get some Snickers, a Snickers candy bar.
Okay, so you had to go
a snack
You had to go to the store in New York to get like
but maybe the person has a food addiction.
See, that's the problem. So we need to talk about it so we can understand.
Right. You can work it out.
Yeah, like, all right, babe, look, if you're eating like this, well, so we can prepare, so we know, so that we're not spending extra money. It's not about being toxic. It's about us making sure that we are good in our home. It's not, again, I'm not going to think you're cheating. I'm like, all right, well, the money is going out, and it's not coming in, it's not adding up. What's going on, right? And that's just keeping things
stable. Helicopter partner.
Oh, for example, when people they pay the bills, but don't pay the bills in full. That's a good one.
Yeah.
A lot of women they pay a third of the bill, but then they miscalculate, they off budget, and then you like, where the money going?
Yeah.
Why are the lights off? Oh, I only paid half the bill. I told you to pay the whole bill. That's the problem.
Absolutely.
But again, you wanted that new bag at Macy's.
Again, priorities, and that's we're checking it because look, now I'm in the dark and your bag glowing. You can't live up to light in the bag.
You need to take that bag back to the store.
Yes. You know, so I mean, again, omitting things, they can be a problem. They can add up, you know. And like you said, if you omit the point that you went out with Sarah, but you admit that that's an ex, later on when it comes up, you find out Sarah's an ex, it's going to be a problem. Like, why did you tell me that? Like you left that out, right? That becomes a problem. You know, that maybe if you would have told us again, we could have dealt with. But now it feels like you're hiding something.
Or you say you working, but your check is a day short.
You understand?
But
like
you did. You took the money and got a babysitter and decided to stay home and relax.
I mean, you know, because I think about situations that we laugh about, like somebody like me. I think about the situations that we laugh about, like somebody like me who has a real serious shoe addiction, and I might, if I go out and buy 5 pairs of shoes, I might not tell him right away. You know, he might.
You don't see the boxes? Where you hiding the boxes?
Very observant.
No, they put in the trunk of the car.
He's very observant. So when I pull him out, he be like, "Oh, I haven't seen those before."
Right.
Or those.
Right, or those. And I'm like, yeah, and sometimes I might say, "No, I had them for a while. I just haven't worn them."
But that is
Black lies. Black lies.
Shoes from the trunk. That's true. No, because I buy stuff and I be having it for months, so I pull it out and I be like, "Ooh," and my kids be like, "Where you get them from?" They literally been sitting in the trunk for 6 months.
Yes,
so that is true.
Wow.
But they still were new. They're still new shoes, right? They're still new. I don't know how long you had them. They're new.
The already collection.
Yeah, they're the new collection that you haven't used yet.
I can relate to the shoe thing, Doc.
So
Yeah,
why
I used to be able to relate. I slowed down tremendously.
That is, Doc, why wouldn't you tell him you bought shoes if you already know you have a shoe addiction? Why are you still hiding?
I always buy shoes.
See?
And you know what? I think it's more about me than him because I know he knows I have a shoe addiction. I have a shoe room, so he knows there's an addiction. But it's more about me. Like, dang, here I go buying another pair of shoes. Maybe I don't want him to think that's all I do with my money.
But is it always
it's crazy.
Shoes versus the money you spend on the shoes? Because
it's crazy.
Depending on where you go, I could get 10 pairs for a certain amount of money. I'd be like, I didn't spend $500. I'm just saying.
Doc ain't getting no 10 pairs for no. She getting they about 5.
She getting real.
Listen, yeah, they all about.
All you gotta do is check the foyer cam. The foyer cam will let you know. Remember, she always take the pictures in the foyer. She got the foyer cam.
which, by the way, we haven't seen lately, Doc. What's up?
No, I have not. I've been considering it because people keep asking, so I've been considering it. But
I could never wear them damn heels.
It's crazy,
but I don't consider
it. I was gonna say, you're not going nowhere, are you? No. That's why we ain't got the foyer cam.
I'm not going anywhere at all. I have shoes that I have not worn yet or took pictures of because I'm not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm. But he already knows, so it's kind of he already knows it's gonna happen. Like sooner or later, he knows the shoes coming around.
Yeah, pretty much.
Gotcha.
Something coming out.
Yeah.
But that's minor.
Yeah, I think it's. I agree. I think it's something more minor.
April. If you're in a relationship where finances are an issue,
right?
And you're buying shoes and you haven't paid the rent.
Well, that's a problem.
That's we're talking about your situation, Doc. We're talking about your situation. You're good.
Well, they say we have to pick our battles.
Yeah.
So if the shoes,
it might look different for a different couple,
right?
Hey, you know what they say. Hey, you know what they say. If the shoe fits.
Shut up. But in a different situation, if you don't tell your spouse you're buying shoes and you know that this pair of shoes eats into a bill, then that's a problem because when it comes time to pay the bill and the bill's not paid, now your spouse is like, all right, what happened? What happened? We can't pay the bill. What happened?
And that lie or omitting that you bought those shoes actually comes back and affects the relationship later because now the lights are off, or we can't buy food because you didn't tell me you bought shoes 2 weeks ago, and I'm thinking the money's going to be here. That's not. So that becomes a serious problem.
But the not buying food may be that you can't go to the 5-star restaurant, that you got to go to the 2-star restaurant. You're still able to eat. You're just not able to eat what you prefer to delight in at that particular time.
No, you don't know Doc's shoe habit. So
I don't know.
Shoes, we can't eat at all.
I tremendously know.
We can't eat at all.
I can do the math right now how many years I didn't know, because I know Ruth got me by a long shot, but I know it's somewhere around 2006 on my resume when we met. And so since then, I know about the shoe.
He's had that since birth.
I know.
She done bought 2 hours worth of shoes.
That would be a problem.
Listen, I know about it. I know about it. All my friends rock stilettos except for me.
Mary,
but
it's different depending on the couple and the priorities and the needs.
They don't want to go to the 2-star restaurant. They got to stay at the 4-star.
So for one couple, it may look like a white lie. For another couple, it may look like a real big issue.
Yeah.
And you might not even be able to go to that 2-star restaurant. You know what I mean? If the money's not there. You know, depending on where that. Listen, not even, you at the dollar store, like, look, I'm about to
might have groceries, but
I got $10.
You know what, Daryl? Or if you told your spouse, I'm not gonna buy any shoes this month, but here you go, you done bought 5 pairs.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's not good. That's not good.
No.
That's almost like, why is your car going to the garage? Like you was just working after hours at work, and all of a sudden your car done went into somebody's garage
because they looked at their legs.
Opportunity.
You know what? I don't care what nobody say. I don't believe in that it just happened kind of thing.
No.
I don't.
No, wait. I think it does just happen. I mean, if you're around and it kind of.
I don't
the
believe
stars.
Nope.
The stars line up. But first of all, if you guys are both,
he said the stars line up.
Everything line up. If you guys,
I don't know what kind of lie he about to tell now.
Okay, April. Okay, I'm about to tell y'all. I'm about to put y'all. If you both already staying after work, right? You guys are maneuvering yourself to put you in position to be around each other, right? Not that you. Again, sometimes they make it happen. You're working late on purpose. You're staying late because you enjoy this person's company. You're staying late because it's better. I'd rather not go home. You are putting yourself in that position. You are setting yourself.
Which is why I'm saying it doesn't just happen. You're putting yourself in that position.
That's pre-calculated.
But what if you just met somebody?
That's what I mean.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Doc. I get you. I don't think it ever just happens. There's a lot of work in there for you to put yourself in position for it to happen. You know what I mean?
I think your listening is messing with your signal.
Because he moving.
Yeah, and the static is doing something.
He's doing this.
Very rarely does it just happen unless you run into somebody and you know right there and then maybe you might be able to say it just happened. But over time, I don't believe that it just happened. I don't believe that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't.
Now.
I agree. Yeah.
I do believe that you put yourself in the position over and over and over again for it to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
muted.
How do you communicate with your partner in a safe way to kind of resolve that type of situation? Because it's reasons why you putting yourself in that situation to get that level of gratification. Anyway,
and it's a difficult conversation. You know, it involves some insight into what your needs are, so that you can communicate them with your partner.
Because you're grooming people out here.
Yeah.
You know, I need more attention. I need more affection. I need you to listen to me more.
Yeah. And people are afraid usually to really talk about those things with their spouse or their partner.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I guess it depends again how long you've been with them, how comfortable you are, as you said, Camp. Because I will say, you stop kissing me in the morning. What just happened?
Mm-hmm.
And all I have to say is,
how about Ruth?
I'm
That'll be a
going home.
homework. I'm sorry. That'll be a homework assignment with couples. I'll be like, okay, well, when y'all come back together, or when you separate, do you greet with any form of affection? And they be looking at each other like, huh?
Some people, it's the norm not to.
Yeah.
What were you?
I'm like, y'all living like roommates.
I guess for me, I just say, I guess I'm going back home. He'd be like, what you mean? I guess I'm going back home where I was born.
But I think people are afraid.
It caught his attention.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta shake it up every now and again.
You do. I mean, even like, if the wife is in a session, and it's not always the wife. So let me just say that. And I'm sure Doc can confirm this. It's not always the wife, but this situation recently that I experienced, the wife was like infuriated, crying, everything. And they sitting she right here on the couch and he all the way over there. I was like,
he's emotionally unavailable.
He is. And that's what she had just spazzed out about. Yeah. And I was like, so I had to coach him to go and hug her.
You can't even move in to put your arms around her and comfort her.
Right.
No, that means he would be emotional. And he
did it. It was done before the close of the time, but it was just like, that is an unsafe space for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
And I'm just like, okay, well, y'all, until you deal with whatever that is that makes you unsafe, it's gonna be the same way. And she used the word neglected and isolated, and I was like,
oh, she went for the jugular.
And those
and then as the relationship therapist, I didn't help because I kept reminding him that she said that, so to kind of drive home the point.
But some men don't like to hear that. Neglected is like, oh my gosh, she said neglected.
Yes.
Man, that puts me
them
in the tough spot. Oh my
yes.
word.
Wow.
Yes. And those are the things that really affect the trust in the relationship and your ability to be vulnerable enough to establish that closeness.
Because if I start saying I'm feeling neglected, that's a whole problem. It shuts down the household. Like,
I was stirring up all types of houses last week. People putting their coats on in the middle of the session, leaving. I was like, I must just be causing all types of conflict resolution.
When you said,
how about him? How about him? How about if he's feeling neglected?
He is, but he's creating the neglect.
Oh.
And it's self-selected in a sense that he doesn't really know how to, because he didn't receive it growing up, and he doesn't want to deal with what that chapter is about growing up as a neglected person. Although he's doing extremely well in his profession, it doesn't matter. He's not emotionally available.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
And that happens a lot with
how is she helping him?
When they take on this
trying. That's why they came to counseling.
My only duty is to care for you financially.
Right.
I can do that myself. Dismiss me with that.
Right.
I'm sorry. I didn't get married for finance. Like, I don't know. I just look at partnership a little bit different. Like, I can take care of myself, but I'm a helpmate, or help me. I need you to
help me. Yeah,
help me. But I need you to be here to be a protector, not just about paying bills. I can do that myself. I pay bills at 14, so that don't move me.
But a lot of men were raised that way. That this is how you show that you care. This is how you show that you're there, because you take care of the household financially. So all that other stuff they might not know how to do.
And that's why I, in my situation, that's where, like, I was in a situation where, like, for example, my mom was there but was not emotionally available, was not available at all. She was present every day, but was not available, literally. So you can be sitting right in front of my face, but if you're not available, it's not moving the relationship. We're not going anywhere. Right. Why are you with me?
Absolutely.
I can be by myself and be by myself. Like, I just don't. That don't go nowhere.
Right. And it's like, you got to be mindful of what it is that you are bringing to that whole connection. Okay, Jerry, you starting a party over there?
I don't know what's playing. Okay, no, there we go. Do you guys listen to? And it's kind of
a detour.
Yeah, I think his name is Kevin Samuels.
Never heard of him.
I have. I've heard.
Yeah. I think so. He's some dude, and he's out here giving a lot of advice to women and men. The women's advice, he's kind of hard on women. Well, he says he's being truthful and honest. I mean, some of the stuff, but I think you should listen to him. Yeah, he. I just wanted you guys' opinion on him, but you guys haven't listened to him, so. That's your homework.
Send a text message for us to listen.
I'll send something from him, and you see what you guys think about him. He's giving a lot of advice to everybody right now, and I don't, some stuff I agree, some stuff I don't know. But anyway, sorry.
We all take a moment of detouring. Miss April, what's going on with you? You quiet?
I'm listening.
I thought
I'm looking up Kevin Samuel.
Yeah, look him up, and you gotta listen to him. He's like I said, he goes what he calls being honest.
Is he suited up most of the time?
Yeah, always.
Suited up.
I'm like, okay.
He talks about relationships and what highs value men and what women and who's average and who's not, and what you can attain and yada 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 yada.
Okay.
So, but anyway, sorry.
What was the quote? You're not gonna mention it?
Yeah.
No, there's no. For me, there's no specific quote. He has a show kind of like this where people call in, they ask for relationship advice, and he'll a lot of women.
He has a podcast.
He does.
And then he does. He must do some type of consulting because he said you can order sessions one-on-one with him. And he's consulting, helping. But again, he's helping women. He's telling women what. I guess I'll get the men they want or the men on their level.
Like Hitch.
You know what? Kind of. No, not like Hitch because he doesn't. You just have to listen to him. You have to listen to him to see. And I just want to see what women think because a lot of you see both sides. Some women say he's very hard on women. And they don't like his stance, but some women say, some of them think he's true and they agree with him and yada 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 yada. I think it's very interesting. To say the least.
Atlanta.
Hot Atlanta.
He's from Atlanta.
That means
I don't know. I don't know. I know he's 50
April's a question for you.
Yes. What's up? Oh, it's gone.
She needs another one so she can get loose.
What'd you say?
She needs another one so she can get loose. She's been sipping.
Right.
She's taking it easy this week. Last week, woo!
She had to refill the cup.
Leave Miss April alone, Daryl.
Thank you.
That's why you came on here, Miss Ruth, so you can help Miss April.
Thank you.
I love April.
That's why you came on so you can help Miss April.
Yes, I love Miss April.
I appreciate it. I love all the support, especially when Daryl wants to act a fool.
Which is every what?
All the time. All the time.
Hey, listen.
It's all good, Daryl. It's all good.
Hey, April, she's been helping you a lot, huh? She's been quiet the whole show.
I'm taking in this first show.
Hush, Daryl.
I forgot she was there. Oh, you there still? Hey.
Well, I'm in Facebook jail. I'm afraid to say anything.
Hey,
Just don't talk about gardening tools and you'll be all right.
I'm listening to me now.
We gotta watch who we let in here. We got criminals in here. We got people with records.
I'm a teacher, Doc. I've had all the background checks. I'm good.
You didn't do time. I know you didn't do time.
Oh my God. We're scared to do time. As soon as we got the notification, I was like, Doc, did you get this notification?
Oh my goodness.
They going in on the post. Wait a minute.
We got hardcore members. It's like a scare straight.
What post was that?
The whole, I don't want to say it. The one that was talking about gardening tools.
Right.
That Daryl posted up.
I think it was about
and bullying. Like they considered it was a bullying
He
post.
knew I was new to this. He set me up.
yeah. I made you type what you type. Yeah, that was my fault. I always blaming men for everything. Goodness gracious, we are incredible.
That's
It's a default.
Sheesh.
It's a default setting.
That's right.
The default setting, not taking no responsibility. It's his fault.
None. Good.
Especially Miss April.
Yes.
Miss April come out the box. Well, he said.
No.
How would they do that?
I couldn't believe it. Like April always demanded something. Let's talk about it. What happened?
She's like, oh, y'all misunderstood me. Let me say it this way.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like,
I'm always feeling like I'm on defense with Daryl.
Because you always blaming men for something. That woman clearly had a problem, and you're like, well, maybe
that's how
maybe
you.
he should have made her feel better. Huh? I was so confused.
He is funny.
I was so confused.
Oh my God.
Hey, April, she got you. You better worry. She'll be in jail again.
That's all right. I can handle you, Daryl. I can handle you.
I think she can. I think she got it.
She do it all week long in the relationship flow.
Yeah. Don't bother me.
But again, but at least April is very active on there. Some people I don't see. Doc. Doc can make a post and will not respond, not say anything to it.
She's taking notes.
Yeah, what do you think, Doc? What do you think? I don't know. So anything. Listen, check that out.
I thought you were gonna go for camp.
Oh, he better not.
Listen, camp.
Today is not today.
Camp. He's not even worried about camp. She don't be on there.
Traveling.
Whatever. Your phone travel. Everybody gets a little computer to carry everywhere you go. It's called a phone.
My phone be on GPS.
Yeah. So,
or I'm working.
Yeah, we're going communicating. Okay. Thank you.
Oh, you want me to communicate on your post that you put up?
Yes, please do.
Yes, I would. I would like to hear what you think.
Oh, shucks, it's about to get spicy.
I think differently, like you always say.
I know. We want everybody to see that you think. We want everybody to see how differently you think.
It's okay.
Okay. But I don't want you having me in Facebook jail like you try to do, Miss. I don't.
Well, listen, I
provoked her.
Time out. I was attacked. You can't blame the victim for what the victimizer did. I was attacked, and they jumped in and they said, "Listen, stop with your abusive ways. You're being abusive." And it was so bad. It was so abusive. They put her in jail.
I think a lot of things, but not abusive.
Right?
They said, "This is abusive. I can't believe you did this," and they put her in jail.
So when I read something,
I didn't even know about it, right, Doc? When we told him that it happened, he was like, "What happened? Wait, she didn't on the post that said what happened?"
I didn't even see the post. That's how bad it was. I didn't even see the post.
And I tried.
They took it down.
It took it out so fast.
You would let them know I was in jail.
So I'll respond to your next post.
So I didn't know what when you wrote, and I didn't really understand. Like, you're in jail, okay, all right. And I went back to look, and I didn't see that comment. I mean, I didn't see anything you wrote.
They took it off.
They took it off. Yes.
She had 24-hour hold, and then she had to break bell.
So what else are you going to put up in the relationship flow?
I couldn't even post a Black History announcement. Shame on you.
Wow.
And I think that's a problem because you need to, like you said, see if let your group allow what it wants to allow, right?
We got to set some rules, and then that way it probably will be less. We've been trying to avoid it, but I guess
I don't know if we need to set rules.
I don't think that racy or anything.
It wasn't for us because we're melanated and we talk to people in a certain way.
Yeah,
right.
But the robots that track are not melanated.
Yeah, because it was clearly a joke.
It was a joke. Yeah,
it was a joke. And
I don't know if it was a joke.
It seems like they pick up on certain words.
Yeah.
And they just
Never again.
Another friend of mine, the same time that it happened with you, Ruth, she posted something very similar. You know, it was on the same type of post between that, and she also did a yoga pose because she's a yogi. And something she said in that post, they said it was too much nudity. She had on a one-piece swimsuit on the island.
Wow.
And is that in the room? Was that in the room too, Mary? Or
she didn't put it in the room. She is in the room, but that was on her post.
Okay.
You never
so
know.
This is my question.
But it was the same word. Like it was the same gardening tool that was stated that she got flagged for, and she listed the whole thing on the Facebook.
So it's weird because most people don't get in jail on the pages. Only Ruth. So I don't think we have to make rules.
I don't believe that.
Never again.
I should have known I was getting set up.
That's it. He just didn't want another voice of truth on this group.
Thank you.
You know what?
And I'm coming back.
We gotta watch till we.
We gotta watch till
we gotta watch till we let in our groups because
on the day you all go after him, I'm coming back.
Well, I'll try to respond to your next post.
Thank you. They can. One person can tear down the whole group.
You know what?
Be careful.
But what is your post gonna be about?
Even knows he probably got him stored in his phone waiting.
That's
Right.
what I was thinking, 'cause
Right.
he's very
Be
strategic.
careful, Cam. Be careful.
Listen.
Him and his friends.
Him and his friends, yes.
Listen.
So,
like I said, I don't think it was. I don't know anybody else that got put in jail. Only person I just know one person in the group that was put in jail. And
well, I'm it. Now I'm a bad girl.
Yes.
Now I'm a bad girl.
I'm a bad girl.
They look like trouble. I seen their profile picture. I think there's trouble. And,
I said, honey, you got a bad girl. I got put in jail today.
yeah, see, lock right up. So, like I said, I don't know anybody else that's having that problem. I know one person. So,
never again. I know
better.
better.
Make sure we're going to talk to Ruth in the room about what she can and can't do.
He baited her. He baited her.
Horrible.
What would be some closing thoughts that we have on how people can be honest in their relationships so that they can, be more successful and fulfilling?
Say what they have to say.
Be honest. Don't have work husbands and work wives.
You're not over it yet.
When they retire, hopefully the work husband and work wife retire their titles. Don't remind them to call their work wife.
Don't bring them no plates.
Oh shoot!
No food.
No food. They said they was hungry.
No spaghetti.
Not every day.
Definitely no spaghetti. No spaghetti.
No spaghetti.
No, because women be trapping your men.
That's nasty. That's
Listen,
nasty.
I don't care what you put in spaghetti. It ain't gonna trap no man.
Oh, I beg to differ.
Not according to the Caribbean.
Listen, I dated a Haitian girl forever. Ate her spaghetti, ate all that stuff, and I'm good. I was like, no shot.
And she's still your friend, right?
And she's still your friend.
She
probably was over the pot.
Did you find yourself on her doorstep talking about how I get here?
Right. No. Drop it like it's hot.
Oh man.
Okay. So
You walked all into that one.
You know what? I would say if you find that you're always telling what you might consider to be white lies, then you need to kind of question yourself. Like, what's going on in your relationship that you feel like you can't talk to your partner?
Mm-hmm. You with the wrong person? Oh.
Well, you know what? That might just be a communication type problem, right? Yeah, maybe you may have to walk around because your partner is not as, like I said, maybe more insecure, right? Or they're whatever. So it may be you trying. I mean, it's definitely a problem, right? Because you can't really openly express what you want. But I understand sometimes you can't tell. Like, you got to know your partner. You can't tell them everything is going to be a problem for no reason. I don't want to tell you I had to work with Judy at work today, and that's going to be a problem at home. It's not a big deal. You know what I mean? I just don't want to do that. So I'm going to omit it, which is lying, but it's because it's not a big deal. It's nothing. You know, now if I like Judy's butt and I'm working with, that's a little different.
I mean, just don't touch
Why you can't have your partner do some squats so she can get a butt like Judy?
Thank you.
Remember, there's only so much squat you can do. What genetically you have is what genetically you have. You can't get a whole new butt. You can squat all you want. It can get somewhat bigger, but without adding something
to get that physical in the terminology. Jeez.
Well, I'm sorry. Excuse me for knowing this. Let me stop.
Unbelievable.
Just have her wear those jeans, those butt jeans.
No, because when she takes it off, she ain't got butt.
Yeah,
that's a lie. That's a lie we're talking about.
That's a deception.
Yeah,
that's one of those deceptions. Yes, when you have your Spanx on, or you have your push-ups, or your extra tight jeans with the butt in them, and I get home and it's on the floor.
Or that's like a guy wearing skinny jeans. Just saying.
I really.
Well, what's wrong with that? You
There's a lot wrong with that.
You see what it is.
Breathe is wrong with that.
How you gonna tell me what my balls need to do? My balls is fine. My balls is fine.
If they don't breathe, they will be salty.
They ain't gonna work if they not breathing.
Oh, that's funny. That is hilarious. Kim said, wait a minute. Kim said if they don't breathe, they're gonna be salty.
That's like, how you know, Cam? How you know?
I'm just saying. If they be
research and development.
That is funny.
If they been closed out too long, they like
all right. Every time we try to end, we start going into something else.
I'm giving you that salt is for you. I'm giving you some spice for your life. You said you wanted to spice it up, didn't you?
If I'm a spice it up, sweet and sour.
Not that much spice. That's too much spice.
Spice up. Well, if that's the case, then when women wear tight jeans, is their thing all now salty?
I mean, that's a yeast situation, but
y'all like really?
Huh? We talking about
all right, we're gonna get in trouble, Daryl. Come on, we're gonna get in trouble in the green room.
Right.
Are we
see how he baits everybody?
Wait a minute. I didn't bring up salty balls. Someone brought up salty balls. Now I want to just expand upon the salty balls. And now I'm asking about salty vaginas. Like, is your tight jeans spicing up the vagina?
Ruth, this is how we go. This is how we go.
And we're not even in the green room.
April,
I was going to answer, I'll be honest.
That's what your answer should be, but we done went to salty balls, tight jeans, like,
you know what I mean? So
Daryl, let's focus.
Let's say you would tell your partner if that was the case. So let's keep the honesty part there.
Yeah,
right.
I don't know if my balls are salty. I don't taste them. You gotta tell me. You know
what? If you could, you're talented.
When I tap the head, you know that? Like, it's salty. I'm like, I'm sorry, babe. My jeans kind of today.
And they don't put him in jail?
Exactly.
No, they don't.
Listen, I'm talking about salty balls.
On the head. You see how he did it? He tapped on the head and then just went down
not
the
a
head.
Push. Not a push. Not a two taps. Right?
You tapping God.
You gotta look. You gotta look.
I can't. Back to
I don't know.
Back to closing remarks.
Yes.
I would like to
get it.
That
shut up, Daryl.
Now, hush. I piggyback what Cam said. You need to just say what you want to say.
You piggyback on salty balls too? I can't believe. Oh yeah, I'm talking about salty balls.
It's important to say, Daryl.
You hit Mary.
Okay.
You hear Mary.
Cam, I agree. You say what you have to say. I'm ignoring that side. You say what you have to say, but you create a safe space.
Yes, thank you.
I know that hubby and I, when we got into things like that, it was like, well, you react this way every time I tell you the truth. Mm-hmm. So I had to like, okay, I have to create a safe space for you to feel like
good thoughts.
Right. That's a good one, Ruth.
A lot of years of work for that one. Daryl.
So what did you do to get to those years of success in that? Like creating that safe space and like how did because that's really challenging for a lot of people.
We kept talking.
Into another
We kept talking until we were tired of talking.
I'm sorry, April.
Talking about it. We went to therapy. We went to couples therapy when things weren't there.
Okay.
There you go. There you
We
go.
went to therapy. And we said, we need to renew this thing. We need to renew it and make sure we're on the same page. And we want to grow old together. And that I want to still look at you in 20 years.
Amen.
Yeah. So we really just took all the steps of work.
Okay. Okay.
Wow.
Cool.
That's powerful. That's dope.
And that's truth within itself, because you guys were both being honest that there's a problem that has to be fixed in order to get to your goal, which is living together forever.
You're right.
And they already got 35 coins.
That's
Lord.
So it's great that they were able to receive too. Like you said, he said, "This is how you act." She was like, "You know what? I might act that way."
Right.
She received it. That's a great thing in itself, being able to receive that.
It took a while for me to receive it, Daryl. I need to be honest. I'm like,
and you can't take everything personally.
Like,
right.
It took a while.
Right.
It took a while, but
you can't
that's
take
real.
it all personal.
I didn't realize I was part of that problem.
That's so dope. And that is good coming from somebody who did it, and they went from, you see all the steps, and it's the time you took, but you see the outcome, a nice, healthy, happy relationship. Right?
I agree. You can
Loving relationship.
You can say anything. I can go to lunch with my friend.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That's I'm not that healthy.
You're at a good
Ruth,
place.
you went left. Ruth, you went left.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have done it.
Right. We was on the same time.
You had me. Then you said that. Now we're not healthy anymore. I keep telling you.
I knew that was growing. I
Don't
knew.
put nobody. You put apple in your mouth for several months. You're gonna have a happy, healthy relationship.
But it's serious. It brings you to a healthy point where you can say, "Oh, I want to have lunch with my friend."
I'm never gonna be that healthy.
It takes work, Daryl. It takes work.
I'm not even working. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, no.
How did everybody give their closing remarks?
Pretty much.
I think so.
That means April didn't give hers.
Nope.
I
She
did.
was the first person to say it.
She said pretty much.
Yeah, she said that too quick.
She did. She
really
was like the second person.
I think.
You always say that. That's your out.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Did give hers. She said it like the second time. She's like the second person to go.
All right. Daryl, do you have anything to say towards the scheduled conversation?
I told you, I you have to tell the truth about salty balls. You have to listen. No,
We're gonna pray for
skinny
Daryl.
jeans.
Can we close this with a prayer?
That wasn't
Oh, we need. Don't forget the
might
holy
have to do
water.
that.
No, again, I think you just got to talk and try to be honest, but know your partner. Because I don't think I tell them every little detail. I just think so. You don't. I think if it's something pertinent, then yes. If it's going out to lunch with a boyfriend or work husband, yes. Tell me before, so I can say no. But other than that, you should try to be honest. You should be honest as possible in your relationship.
Okay. So that's our closing for Sip and Chat. But I do have a question that I would like to ask Daryl and Doc. I would like if you could kind of set up what our conversation is scheduled for next week. But before you do that, I want to thank Ms. Ruth for joining us.
Yes.
And yes, it's been a pleasure.
Thanks for inviting me. Thank you.
Yes. Even though Daryl said who invited her.
I forgive him.
Right.
Listen,
And I know I had a couple other messages that came my way talking about I want to be a guest.
Oh my!
We got people trying to be in the green room to fuss with Daryl. I'm like, okay, listen.
Hey, in the green room, fuss with me, cash at me, and we.
You said $50 last week. Is it still $50?
$50, yes.
50 cents.
April, see now you
if Cash App will even allow you to do that.
You get a part of that. You gotta get a part of that $50, April. See now, look at you.
Nah. 50
So
cents.
Daryl and Doc, how would you want to introduce our sip and chat next Friday? Because we do have a special guest coming in.
Yeah,
and we have the wonderful flyer ready to be posted.
So I thought we would talk about it first to see how we can
you're right.
actually do it, and then maybe we can have a little commercial we can put out during the week, kind of talking about it,
because you like commercials now.
He's so creative.
Yes, I like that idea.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
All right. Well, Sip and Chat, it's been another lovely Friday where we have rocked it out over 2 hours with you and had a great conversation with a couple detours and our guest, Miss
As always.
Yes, as always. But we had Miss April that had a green martini. We just needed her to fill that cup up one more time. But that's okay.
One more time.
Okay,
we were one cup away from her being wild.
Right?
That is not true.
And she got the little silky smooth thing going on too. Like, okay, Miss April, we see you.
Y'all need to stop.
And Kim got all her colors going on too, you know.
Yes. Yes. I like
that.
Got a low cut. April got the low cut shirt on too.
Oh my gosh. He's been checking you out, April.
I'll just let you know.
You know what? Let's go to the room. Let's just go to the room.
Let's go to the room.
All right, y'all. We catch you all next Friday.
Let's go to the room. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go to the room, April.
The boom boom room.